Please take the time to visit podsurvey.com/peasants to complete a short 21-question survey. Participants in the survey will be entered into a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. The survey can be taken multiple times, so feel free to visit back each month for your chance to enter the drawing. Please help to support the show by using our Amazon links located in the description anytime you purchase anything from Amazon. It's a great way to support the show while just going about your normal business shopping on Amazon.com. Also, check out our storefront for Drunken Peasants recommended merchandise. There will be 2 Patreon private shows for the month of October. This month's first Patreon private show will happen on Friday, October 5th. We will be watching and reviewing Gail Cord Schuler's Academy Award-winning blockbuster, The Rape of Brent Spiner. Witness the film that could have been the Citizen Kane of the 21st century had it not been for a vast Jesuit conspiracy. Also during that episode, we will be counting down the top 10 DP antagonists and revisiting some of their classic videos. We've recently posted a poll on Patreon for $5 plus patrons to vote on their favorites. It's not too late to sign up, cast your vote, and see the show on Friday. And that's it for now, guys. Thanks for your continued support.
Nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, you know. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 484.
Suck it!
And today we're joined by Vee, but not Sargon's friend Vee, okay?
It's a completely different Vee.
Yeah, and we're joined by Paul from the channel. Is it Paulogia or Paulogia?
I go with Paulogia because that's closer to the Greek pronunciation, but it's a whole long, convoluted story. So either way.
So that
Paulogia.
That olive picker pronunciation.
Whoa! Whoa!
You can't just be batting out those racial slurs right at the beginning.
Shit.
I mean, come on. Like, ease them in.
See, before we started, we were talking about the racial slurs we might be able to use without getting demonetized. I suggested grape peeler because I don't even know what race that offends. But then Ben came out with olive picker, and this shit...
Yep.
It's just too much. We're going to see them fucking demonetization buttons now.
So, why don't each one of you... we'll start with Paul, just to tell us about your channel and what you do.
Sure. So, as we mentioned, my name is Paulogia. My channel's name is spelled Paulogia, but it's a play on the Greek word apologia, which is like the Christian defense of the faith. Up until recently, I was a devout fundamentalist Christian Mennonite boy until I kind of woke up to the fact that the earth is older than 6,000 years old and that maybe I should pay attention to science. And so that's what my channel is about, sort of addressing the claims of all the things that I used to believe. And so if you're interested in science and Christian apologetics or anti-apologetics, then check out my channel.
Awesome. Vee.
And I'm just a cunt on the internet.
Okay. Well,
is there a paywall to see that cunt?
I believe, yeah. Are you on My Free Cams or something like that? Yeah. And I think there's links to both channels in the description. Paul, so I was wondering because I've always wondered. I know that, Mennonites and Amish, they broke away from Catholicism because they believed that you shouldn't baptize children. You have to wait till they're old enough. But what's the main difference between Mennonites and Amish? Do Mennonites reject technology the same way?
So Mennonites are always about 100 years ahead of where the Amish are.
Okay.
So the Mennonites are just now entering like the 20th century, whereas the Amish are, sort of in the 1800s. So that's basically just a difference of about 100 years. That's all. My grandpa had a tractor, so that was a big deal.
Yeah, when I was a teenager, I used to work at a zoo, and that was one of the few places the Amish could come and have fun. and they couldn't have their photos taken, so they would always line up at the caricature stands and get their caricatures drawn.
Nice.
Yeah. Do Mennonites?
Now they all go to Ken Ham's Creation Museum and Ark Encounter. That's where they go. That's where you can find them.
Well, there you go.
They can ride the train.
Do
right?
Mennonites speak like the German dialect?
Yeah, it's called. It's Low German, Plotich.
Okay, interesting.
So if a Mennonite went to Germany, they couldn't really communicate. It's its own bastardized dialect.
Yeah,
I mean, when I was a kid, we sang hymns in German in my church.
So if the Mennonites and the Amish are like a couple hundred years behind Christians are now, does that mean atheists are like the year 210?
Atheists are all Gene Roddenberry, man.
Yes. 2500. Yes. Starbase, Stardeck, Stardate. I don't know. I don't watch Star Trek.
We just outgrow it all.
I had to make an announcement. So the reason the goal tonight is $444. if we do reach that, a guy, Josh, will come on the show and eat a ghost pepper, and he will not drink milk, and we'll get to watch him die.
Basically die.
Yeah.
We're doing this now. If you have bounties, we will reach the goal, and if you reach it, you can fucking destroy yourself for our entertainment. Josh is first up.
I guess. Yeah, so if we happen to reach that, we'll bring him on. Oh, he's a horrible person, too, so you want to see him in pain.
Josh, you've probably seen Josh on the show before. He's the guy that says that we should
kill all the homeless
annihilate
people.
the homeless population.
So, yes, you want to see him die. He's a terrible person.
Which means he'll probably succeed in life.
That seems like a bargain.
I know. Oh, yeah, announcements. Next show, Saturday, October 6th. Mercedes Carrera and Redhead Redemption will be on. Streamlabs is open throughout the entire show. You can send them in at any point, and we'll read them after each segment. Patreon, we're doing 2 private shows this month. And the first one is coming up Friday, like the intro said. Don't forget to check it out. And also, if you're a patron now, make sure your pledge went through, because ever since August, Patreon has been declining tons of pledges for no apparent reason. So check that out. Make sure you're still pledged. Join our Discord. Also, the Alter Perspective this Thursday, and Underhaven this Saturday on Twitch, 3:15 p.m. Eastern Time.
And as always, I'm selling nudes through Snapchat.
You are now?
$75 gets you a close-up butthole pic.
Can we get a link to that Snapchat, please? For a friend?
No.
For a friend.
All right.
Into the quality entertainment. Get wrecked, Josh.
As long as you're still wearing the headband.
Get wrecked. Yeah, the headband stays on. I don't get that naked. I'm
Yeah.
psycho.
So we've been asking our viewers to send in trailers recently of newer movies. This is a movie I would never see.
I've probably already seen it then.
Probably. You like a lot of really terrible movies. Here it is.
3, 2, 1, go! Way to go, kid.
I'm afraid to even play the music in
1
this.
second, I'm having the time of my life. The next thing I know, my game is just...
Well, why did someone send in Wreck-It Ralph? Like, it's just a Disney movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, are we supposed to talk
Just
shit
a
about?
Disney movie?
We supposed to talk shit about Disney movies now?
I don't like Disney movies.
I do.
But pretty soon everything will be a Disney movie, so
I went and saw Littlefoot the other night. It's about like Bigfoots that look for humans or whatever.
Yeah, but that's not Disney.
It's not Disney, but it's like a total allegory for atheism. It's fucking it's very interesting cartoon.
The other day I was thinking about how Don Bluth left Disney but still did Disney so well that a lot of people think some of his films are Disney films.
like Five Goes West.
Yeah, or like Anastasia. I always thought that was pretty cool.
The Rats of
That was the
Nim.
90s. People were dumb. There was no internet.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. It was so close to the same style, and he had worked for Disney for so long.
Did he
that-
do
no
All
kidding.
Dogs Go to Heaven?
He did. Yeah.
That's such a good movie. I wanna
American
watch it
Tail, Rockadoodle, Secret of Nim,
again. Rockadoodle.
Titan AE.
Interesting.
There's a few others too. So I don't even want to, because the least bit of copyrighted music and you just get demonetized. I hate YouTube.
Sassy housewives want to meet you. They do. Want to get rich playing video games?
That housewife on that pamphlet thing, the little thing the guy was holding, that was the mom from Disney's Big Hero 6. They took the fucking mom from Big Hero 6 and put her on a Desperate Housewife poster. It's supposed to be a little nod, but how disrespectful to a hardworking single mom raising a child and a fat robot.
You know what? I was listening to someone earlier that like when I was setting up the show and Billy was sitting in here with me, and Billy he was like, "Hey, this guy, is he fat?" That's the first thing he asks me about someone. That's the first thing Billy needs to know whether or not to form an opinion.
I was trying to formulate an opinion on him.
Yeah, that's like the first thing
I give people fat points.
I know.
Okay, but is Wreck-It Ralph fat, for example?
Yeah,
he's kind of, no, he's stout.
No, he's fat. He's thick.
Wreck-It Ralph is thick. He's thick.
But thick and fat are the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at
his neck. Look at his neck. He's got jowls. He's got jowls. He's got neck.
Okay, there's a difference.
Fat.
Butterbean has no. If someone, you don't think Butterbean is more solid underneath everywhere?
Sonic fanfics in this movie.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, the Butterbean. Sure, he's got muscle. Doesn't mean he's not fat.
Yeah, but
there's hella fat people with muscle. I know one.
Oh, whatever. What kind of muscle you got, dude?
Oh, please. I'll knock the fucking shit out of everybody in everybody in the world.
Butterbean?
Butterbean too.
To kick the shit out of Josh.
Oh, yeah. See?
Josh
$444.
He lives in Vancouver and he works at a gas station. So he really doesn't like homeless people that try to live in his gas station.
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph he's swole. He's thick, but he's also fat. Look at his jowl, his neck.
I wonder if we can get Butterbean to come in and fight Billy.
I'll knock him the fuck out.
No, you won't.
I know.
He can actually go rounds with people.
Yeah, but I don't need
after
more than one round. I got the one-hitter quitter, Ben.
You're insane.
This right here is the butter ball.
Nice kitty. Attention to detail is pretty impressive.
So, Zootopia.
From the creators of
You know
Zootopia.
what? I think that's why we're watching this, because I get...
Person who sent this in was a furry?
Probably. We have a lot of furries in our audience.
A whole lot.
So...
I think they think that I'm like actually in a fursuit. They don't think I'm a real
You are.
human. They think I'm a
It's
walrus
a hoodie.
fursuit.
It's a fur hoodie. All right, let's get into action news. Because I have nothing to say about Wreck-It Ralph, honestly.
Except that it's a wonderful movie.
I don't like those kind of movies. I don't like...
It's actually just an ad for the other... If you saw the first trailer, it's just an ad for other Disney shit. They had... Did you see it with what they had all the princesses from the other one, and then they were walking by Star Wars stuff, and they had Spider-Man. It was just literally everything Disney is now... this is just a big ad.
Well, that's what Wreck-It Ralph did before.
Well, this one
it brought the other characters in.
Trailer, it's more Grand Theft Auto. It's actually not bad.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen this trailer exactly, but Wreck-It Ralph kind of did what Roger Rabbit did back in the early 90s. It brought a bunch of intellectual properties together, like bringing Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse together was a big thing.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Rebirth is a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but Wreck-It Ralph, Disney owns all those properties, whereas Roger Rabbit actually had different.
Disney doesn't own all the properties. They had Dr. Robotnik in the last one, right? Capcom. They had Zangief in it. They brought in other.
Capcom. I fucking missed out on that.
Yeah, they brought in a lot of other properties. That's kind of happening right now because you look at what was the damn movie that they had the Back to the Future car in? It came out last year sometime. Ready Player One. Yeah, Ready Player One. They were doing that.
But that was all you noticed. I mean, that was a lot of Spielberg stuff that wasn't in the book. Like, because Spielberg directed it. So, hey, let's have Iron Giant and let's have Back to the Future cars and stuff.
Yeah, but they tried to put everything in there, right? They tried to get a little bit of everybody. It's just people lend their intellectual properties, but they don't just give them away. So, like, they could have a little cameo, but they had. But
there's a difference between lending for a cameo and being a 90-minute ad.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, carry on.
And by the way, Speedy's in the chat.
Speedy!
All right, so I've decided to play it. Here it is.
Oh shit! Yeah, this is great.
So Kanye West, set this up. He wants to get rid of the amendment that abolished slavery.
Well, no, Kanye West said that he wanted to abolish the 13th Amendment, the amendment that abolished slavery.
Right.
And everybody's been like, Kanye, you're fucking crazy. Everybody's like, take off that MAGA hat. You know, what's wrong with Kanye? They're saying Kim Kardashian put Kanye in the sunken place. They're like, something happened to Kanye. They're all calling out Kanye. And this is Kanye sitting down explaining what he meant. And even though Kanye's not
an
intellectual, even though he's not an intellectual, he is grandstanding for a greater cause. I would like everybody to watch this right now. It's very important that we watch Kanye West.
Wait, hold. Do you guys remember like a couple years back when Bush was president?
Yeah.
And Kanye went on TV saying George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like 10 years ago.
Would it be great if George Bush just came out on TV and said Kanye West doesn't care about black people?
That's already a meme, right? Like I saw the George Bush picture with him with a quote saying Kanye doesn't care about black people.
The ball in motion by saying you thought it might be a good idea to abolish the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery and involuntary servitude with the exception of prisons. So it's a very important statement that a lot of people don't understand. So help clarify why you...
I like how he's doing an interview, but he's just fucking around on his phone like he doesn't even care.
Well, it's because he's Kanye, right? Why should he care?
Why do you defend him?
I'll tell you why.
Oh, because you're kissing his ass because you're trying to get into the same industry as him?
Not the same industry. I want to get in the same family. I'm trying to marry a Kardashian, dude. I'm going
That's
in.
gross.
I'm going what?
The weird, unnatural butt that defies the laws of nature. You like that?
They don't all have that, but
They will.
It's not about the butt, dude. It's about the power and money. I want to get in the Illuminati. Like, it's not even the Illuminati anymore. It's the Illuminatis. It's who you're fucking.
Okay, so what I'm gonna read to you something that my friend GLC from Chicago wrote for me because he
wasn't just on his phone.
Name dropping people?
Yes, he is.
This is the person who wrote his statement. He's not just on his phone. He's pulling up his statement because Kanye, like just about every other person in the world, watches something on YouTube and
it's hilarious. He was running around with Red Pill Black.
Red Pill Black.
The last time he was on TMZ.
And then you try and respout what the person did in their 10-minute YouTube video, but you're getting all the facts wrong.
Yeah, look, he's looking it up. That's what he's doing. At first I thought he was like texting someone, but he's just like looking up bullshit to argue with.
His boy sent him the statement. Listen to this statement and then tell me how you feel about Kanye.
He puts a lot of energy into understanding historical facts.
He puts a lot of energy into it.
Kanye's trying. He's trying. He's doing what he can. He's not the most political person in the world, which is interesting.
So why is he getting involved then?
Because he wants to make a change.
Well, wait a second. To be fair, who isn't involved in politics nowadays? It's like everybody all of a sudden thinks they're a political figure.
You don't have to be a politician to be the president.
But I don't want to listen to anyone who says the phrase historical, even the phrase historical fact.
Also
disqualifies him.
He's not. I mean, not everyone's wife goes and hangs out with Trump at the White House, and his wife does.
Yeah, but you know why? Because she wanted to get
Trump's wife hangs at the White House.
Right.
Because Kim Kardashian wanted to get her like grandmother exonerated on some charges. She was playing the prez.
You have brought me over the years, and for providing me entertainment while I was making my fursuit.
I knew it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
But in 1865, and what I want to say is abolish my abolish was the wrong language. I misspoke by saying abolish. Amend is the right language.
How refreshing is it to have a presidential candidate willing to admit when he's wrong? Like, this is rare.
He will never win the presidency.
That's what people said about Donald Trump. That's what people said about little boy named Billy Clinton.
Wow.
Awesome. I don't say dope because it's there's power in words. So lovely. What's beautiful about our Constitution is we can amend it.
You know who he kind of sounds like?
Who?
Fucking Prince. When Prince used to not the conservative stuff, but like the weird way that he speaks and the weird words that he chooses to use reminds me of like when I first heard Prince talking about chemtrails and shit, and I was like, "Oh, Prince is wacko."
Yeah,
go back to making music, Prince.
Was Kanye just calling out people who called the Constitution dope? Like, is that a big segment?
Yeah, he wanted to call it dope, but he was like, "Wait, we don't."
I'll just say it's awesome because words have power.
Words have power, so I'll say it's beautiful. It's lovely.
Well, I mean, you said that he was like Prince, but I mean, isn't he the artist formerly known as Kanye right now? Doesn't he call himself Yee or whatever?
Is that
true?
true?
I think Yeezy's a nickname.
He has a new name.
He has a nickname.
Yee? What kind of name is that?
Well, it's like V, but with a Y.
Scoopity boop. Scoopity
Exactly.
boop.
He's stealing my shit.
Right? So,
where's your Romanian accent go?
1865, the 13th Amendment stated that no man is destined to slavery or involuntary servitude unless convicted of a crime. This translates to, in order to make a freed man a slave, all you have to do is convict them of a crime.
See what Kanye's saying? See what he's saying? He's saying we still have slavery. He's calling out the fact that the prison system is set up to make slave labor. He didn't want to abolish slavery. He wouldn't want to abolish the abolishment of slavery. He wants to abolish actual slavery, the modern day slavery. Kanye is a fucking freedom fighter.
Okay.
And all the prisoners who can't vote are sure to rally around him.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they can't vote. We have to stick our necks out. You know who else couldn't vote? The slaves in 1840. And guess who stuck their necks out for them?
Well, okay.
Little Billy freedom fighters.
Freedom fighters.
So, in other words, what you're saying is they carve out prison for involuntary servitude, and you could use prison as a pretext to bring involuntary servitude back. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it has. You know, there's people getting paid 8 cents a week.
8 cents a week
for companies.
8 cents a week.
You know, that are privately owned, and you know, a lot of them are first-time offenders. A lot of them are non-violent crimes, and then also we deal with, you know, we're not dealing with the mental health and the therapy, because I'm gonna say that, you know, I stand on.
He struggles so much to
because
talk.
He's not the mind. He's just he's the
okay.
He's the soapbox.
I will say the for-profit prison industry is terrible, and then it does force people into involuntary
slavery,
servitude.
It is.
Did this guy just watch Orange Is the New Black and decide that that's, you know,
that's red pill is the new black?
Good one.
The majority of people that are in prison are there due to a reaction to a situation that they're in, a reaction to not having understanding of how to create industry because their dad didn't have a business. So they didn't know how to make money, or not having access to currently legalized forms of industry, also being
currently legalized forms of industry.
I love how he's wearing the MAGA hat and he's like, these people are just in prison because they didn't have access to rich dads.
Right. So what he's I don't think Trump is
like
in
October 12th when weed is legal in Canada. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
That's going to be the beginning of Canadian freedom.
Well, but I mean, how many fewer convictions would we have if weed was legal in the States?
A lot fewer, but we'd have less workers in the prison industrial workforce.
We'd have more workers.
But
in
is
the
that what he was
fields.
referencing? I guess is that what he meant by like currently legal?
Yes.
Currently legal slavery. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean we've had politicians like we had John Boehner. He was the Speaker of the House for most of the time Obama was president, and you know that's 2 steps away from being president. and he opposed the legalization of cannabis the entire time.
To a dope stream.
Thank you. He opposed the legalization of cannabis the entire time he was actually in power. But then right after he retired, he's now investing in legalized cannabis companies.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know, I was in Vancouver for Canada Day, and it was like it was already legal there anyway. Like, they were acting like they were not. I mean, there were police right there where they were selling it like out in the open, like in a park.
Were the police like buying the bags and shit?
No, but they were just standing around.
Yeah. Money $444 and I'll eat a ghost pepper live on the show. Also, Ashton, bring me a beer.
Bring him a beer. Yeah, but see what Kanye's saying here now that because everybody's saying Kanye's having trouble speaking, right? And that's Kanye's biggest problem because he has these ideas in his head.
I'm not sure if these ideas align with Trump's ideas, though.
Well, they don't, and he gets to that in a little bit here too.
Okay,
I'm just saying he's next level, man.
Feel like they're taking a side, red or blue, a gang side of this. This is my block, a block that they don't even own, taking a side, and then that gets promoted in the music. And then the music is not even owned by the people that are saying these things. And then the next thing you know, you get all these, you get people in jail. You have over 2 million. There should be.
Whoa, big jump.
That's how bad, that's how incoherent his speech was. They had to cut out an entire fucking segment of it when they left all this other incoherent shit in.
Yeah.
But Kanye said he wears the MAGA flag. I think he said it on Twitter. He might not have said it in this video. He said he wears the MAGA hat because everybody looks at Trump as this villain, right? And they vilify Trump, and then it creates a greater separation. These people who vilify Trump are separated from the actual problem. They're blaming Trump as the problem, and Trump is not a problem. He's a fucking a poster boy for all the problems. And when you start picking different sides, the red or the blue, and you have to pick a side to survive, that's not just a gang fucking mentality he had there. That's a political mentality. You separate the people. And nobody gains. We still have the slavery and the prison system because everybody's fighting over the wrong thing.
Well, we should probably have multiple parties.
No, we shouldn't have parties.
Just one party? A single party state like China?
Parties. No more parties. Everybody's grounded. Everybody's grounded until we figure out this slavery thing and this homeless thing and this I don't know, probably this medicine thing too. People should be grounded until we get the right medicines and the right people for the right price. We're grounded.
You guys can just join my country. I'm Canadian, by the way.
I know.
Just join my country. You'll be good.
I'd marry into Canada if I found a nice, hot Canadian wife. So if there's any nice, hot Canadians out there.
You could just marry, I mean, you could even marry a dude. And
yeah, I could, but I don't want to.
And our conservative government, our equivalent of our Republican government was the party that brought that in Canada.
Yeah.
So that tells you where we're at.
Yeah. And when did that happen? Like 2 decades ago or something?
Yeah, about that. 15 years.
Huh.
Here in Washington State, like we're basically even ahead of Canada in the state. So I don't mind being in America because I'm in like one of the best states in America. On the same day, we legalize weed, gay marriage, and euthanasia or whatever. Like where you could kill yourself. We legalize that all on the same day. So if getting high doesn't fix your life and fucking dudes doesn't fix your life, then fucking kill yourself. All on the same day, we were like, do it.
I grew up like an hour away from the Canadian border, and to me, it's been practically legal to smoke weed in the areas of Canada that I visited since I first started going there.
Yeah.
Like when I was 19 years old, because it was like a tradition to go to Canada when you were 19, because in Ontario, the drinking age is 19.
Yeah, I think it was 19 across the board back in the day. I don't know.
It's 18.
It's 18 in my province.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
At 14, they give you a gun and a car.
Wow.
Interesting.
Together. Yeah, it's a package.
Yeah, but it's a rifle, right? It's not a...
Yeah, so of course. It's for killing gophers, but...
Yeah.
So let's your car. The gun is in the trunk.
Let's finish. Let's finish up this delicious Kanye gem because we're all going to be voting for him in 2 years. He's the only one that can take down Papa Trump.
A group of super knowledgeable people.
I'm voting for The Rock.
that have that come from all cultures. That
Thank you, Sub Hunter.
the amendments on our Constitution. I didn't say modern, I didn't say new, because that notes a specific time, when time is used to control us and control our energy. So there needs to be people who look like the people who are being spoke about.
What?
He needs people looking like the people
who are being spoken
They
about.
look like the people, man.
I don't. Okay.
Kanye said we need to make a.
He should hire you to be his translator.
I should, because I can speak stupid very well. I can translate stupid into like almost intelligible. I'm really good at that.
Here's so the midterm election is next month. Here's Newt Gingrich. He's talking about there's two Americas. They've been doing this forever. Like they were saying this when Gore and George Bush ran against each other.
He's the author of the New York Times bestseller, Trump's America, The Truth About Our Nation's Great Comeback, former Speaker of the House, Fox News contributor Newt Gingrich. In every case, you have inconsistencies. Now, tonight was glaring in this Avenatti client of his, and no corroboration for the very people that they said would corroborate.
Yes.
That's a problem.
I'll take you off for 30 seconds away from this. All of us should recognize in the last 24 hours, President Trump has won an enormous victory with Canada and Mexico. In the middle of all this noise.
That's a good point.
We have a big.
So you don't like the trade deal, the new one?
I just don't think he won a huge victory. I mean, I personally don't. I think Canada gave up too much as it was, but Trump did not. I mean, basically, he got to sell a few extra gallons of milk, and I'm the grandson of dairy farmers. I mean, whatever, dude. But no, I mean, to call that a huge victory after delaying it for 14 months. The number of jobs on both sides of the border that were affected and cost in the steel and late lumber, no, it's just posturing. I mean, I don't love the deal, but it's basically NAFTA that we used to have. So whatever, Newt. I mean, they have to tout it as a victory. They have to. I mean, basically they renamed it, and that's that was his big win.
How smart is it though that he doesn't have to build that wall now because he's sending all the jobs to Mexico? That's kind of genius.
The wall will just get in the way. We don't need a wall anymore.
Things are happening.
They're not coming here anymore. We've given them all good jobs
to keep the economy going because the president's delivering. He's getting results. I just want to do that.
No, who chooses the name Newt?
Is it Newton? I don't know.
It might be Newton, but go by Newton. Like, who decides to go by Newton?
What about Mitt?
Mitt? Yeah, seriously, these are all psychopaths with weirdo, these are like fetishist names. Like a guy that sits in a box with a gimp mask on until his dom lets him out of the fucking box. My name's Newt, and I like to lick boots. Fuck you. Stupid name.
Honestly, this to me is a real threat. Yeah. One of the foundational principles that we hate.
Why don't you give Newt some fat points, though, and cut him some slack?
Because he's not the right type of fat.
There's right and wrong types of fat.
Yeah.
He's Wreck-It Ralph fat. Come on.
Yeah.
Look at the way he buttoned his little suit there. Like, that's stupid. Get buttons all the way down so we can't see your dumbass tie.
You're not supposed to button a suit that way. You're only supposed to button one button.
Yeah, I don't like it. Not when you're fatting around, dude.
No, that's a suit rule.
That's fine when you're a regular sized human, but fat people live by different rules. He should have a bow tie or something. He should have something goofy, man. He should have a bow tie. He should actually have suspenders. That would be fucking dope. Then I'd be like, he's just fatting around.
I feel like when bigger dudes wear suits like that, it literally looks like they're popping out of the suit. Like it looks like he buttoned the last suit too. But they popped off.
He's trying to fit in a world that he wasn't built for. That's why he's not fatting around. If he was just fatting around, he'd have some suspenders or fucking I don't care. He'd have a poncho on.
You want him in a white suit with a bucket of chicken, don't you?
Yes, that would be
He
fatting
could
around.
be the next colonel. You know how they rotate the colonel?
Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't eat the chicken, but he could
I've been at this a long time.
Not a little bit.
They talk about this deal that Coons made. Coons gave up nothing. I mean, Republicans sometimes have this passion for being stupid. Flake got nothing out of Coons. Nothing.
That could be taken so wrong.
This is why we have to amend the 13th Amendment.
That's the two Americas you're really talking about.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. He's
so
saying
Coons
it without...
plays this game. Oh, we're really bipartisan. Let me see how I can rip you off again. And Republicans sit around and go, oh, yeah, would you please rip me off a little bit because I feel so much better when you take advantage.
Yes,
I mean,
Daddy.
people, there's a
I told
reason
you he was a
people
submissive.
get fed up with this stuff. Lindsey Graham, who you had on a while ago, is the most effective guy on the Judiciary Committee, told the truth. And I think we have the American people got to stand up and say they don't want a country.
I'm pretty sure the Democrats will probably get the leverage in this election coming
I
up.
should fucking hope so.
We'll see.
I have a question. How they're always talking about two Americas. In which one did Sinbad play a genie? That's the one I want to go to. That's the America I want to be in.
That was the one where Ronald Reagan was the best president they've ever had.
Yep.
Yes.
You know what? Ronald Reagan is almost like the Republican Jesus. Like,
I know.
They
what happened to Lincoln?
They've like rewritten his history to make him sound like this mythical, magical person.
Do you think Trump will have that?
Suit rule.
I don't
2
know.
buttons outside, 1 button inside, no buttons while sitting.
Thank
Fucking
you.
Newt.
Fucking Newt. If he would have
Thank you,
unbuttoned that, he
Groucho
would have been fatting
Snarks.
around. He would have been fatting around if he would have unbuttoned it, but he didn't. He's dumb shit. Fuck you, Newt. Sorry.
You know how we talked at the beginning about like randomly making any word a racial slur? I feel like
Yes.
Newt is at the top of that list. You
Yeah,
call
Newt-
somebody a Newt, them's fighting words.
We don't like any of you nudies around
Newt,
here.
Newt is the new N-word. I'm gonna
Absolutely.
claim it.
I'd like your audience to look up Gingrich in the Urban Dictionary and see what they find. I don't know, but it seems like it should be something.
You know,
Santorum.
when I used to read X-Men comics, there was a slur against mutants.
Muties?
Yeah, it was like mutie.
Yeah.
Yeah, those dirty muties.
Dirty muties.
Yeah. They're not like
I just
regular
think they're
folks
making
like
fun of
us.
mutant- like that sounds a lot less like they're making fun of mutants and a lot more like they're making fun of people who are mute.
Yeah, it does. It
Damn.
sounds like that.
Why didn't we call deaf people muties?
We should.
No, we
absolutely
can't now. We don't live in a world where we can call people ad
Yeah, you
hominems
can't take
anymore.
it back.
Well, no, you can, as long as you don't do it in print.
Oh, well,
Oh.
I mean, we go to the other America where you can do that.
Islamophobe, dirty air, water, kill children, kill grandma, throw over the cliff. I watched you go through this. I was there. I saw it all. But there's a certain embracing of slander now where it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and Fox News was at the forefront of that. So now it's just normal across the board.
It doesn't matter whose family is hearing this. It doesn't matter what they're
They
saying.
score points with their crazed friends. The more vicious you are, the more your friends celebrate you. The nastier you are, the more your friends celebrate you. I mean, that's what people need to understand. We're in a moment, this election this fall is about two Americas. It's about an America that thinks bullying you in a restaurant, bullying you in an elevator, harassing you, destroying you.
I will say I don't agree with that. Like, I recently watched videos of Ted Cruz getting chased out of a restaurant by a bunch of
Now I identify
protesters.
as a homosexual.
I don't like agree with people like going and fucking tagging up Kavanaugh's house with like I should burn this house down, die in hell, fucking all that shit. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with people throwing piles of shit in Martin Shkreli's face when he goes to speak at a school.
Oh,
yeah. I don't agree with, kicking someone out of a restaurant, but you know what else I don't agree with? Most of their fucking points.
People despise your defense of Martin Shkreli.
What? Well, you know what? People fucking despise me then. Have an opinion, but you know what? I have a friend. His name's Martin Shkreli, and I don't fucking judge him by what the media tells me. I judge him by his actions, and he saves lives. He saves lives.
All right, we're gonna move on. Hold on. I should put you in this intro.
I'll do it. I don't care. I'll be crazy.
You are.
I'll be Gail fucking Cord Schuler, dude. I'll be Glanderson Booper.
I'm sorry, V. What were you saying? Were you going to ask about Martin Shkreli?
I do not remember.
Oh, okay.
Free Martin.
All right. Oh, shit. The Vigilant Pharisee is back.
Hello, everybody. I'm the Vigilant Pharisee, Wario. I am the arch nemesis of Mario. from Vigilant Vlogs.
This is fucking
Now,
terrible.
Listen.
What are you talking about? Mario's a great character actor.
This isn't Mario. This is Wario. His
the
enemy.
Vigilant Pharisee.
Yeah.
I wanted to speak to you because Mario is working out at the gym. And I found his little sermon notes.
How great would it be if he really spit, though?
Disgusting lies that he's written out to share with you. And so, my corrupt heart is burdened. It is burdened with him sharing this truth with you. Because it's not going to corrupt you. It's going to help edify you. And this grobble, disgust.
Oh, it's the Hamburglar?
Yeah, he's the Hamburglar.
This is the Scam Burglar.
Yeah, what kind of accent is this anyway?
White guy trying to be evil, so he uses like a stereotypically racist accent.
What kind of accent is it, though?
I think this is Olive Peeler. It gotta be, right?
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't say it.
Maybe.
I didn't say it.
It could be.
Infuriates me.
It might be Hummus Eater, though.
Okay, so I wanted to come before you because Mario is about to talk about the commandments. And
Did he break this room before, or is this for the skit?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why he has the tape on it.
Because he probably broke the handle off in his own ass.
I want to make sure that you overemphasize the little things and that the big things, you do not even pay attention to them. That you become so consumed with the little things and the focus of the little outward things that you forget.
So he's this guy's studying to be a minister.
Shouldn't
the character or the actor?
The actor, I guess. Yeah, if you can call him that.
Maybe
yeah.
he should study to be an actor.
But for years his videos are like they're Alex Jones style Christianity videos about how an evil satanic Illuminati actually controls the world, and that pretty much all modern media has secret satanic symbolism in it to kind of condition us to not find Satanism offensive, I guess. And then before we know it,
mission accomplished.
That's really fucked up. Because everyone knows the media is actually made to make Kim Kardashian seem like less, that.
She's a
Are they
sweet
normalizing
girl.
Kardashians?
She's satanic.
Kardashian's anything but normal. She's extraordinary.
Jesus used a term here.
Oh, but yeah, I had another video from him. Here's this one.
Hey everyone, my name is Mario, and I'm the creator of the Vigilant Christian YouTube channel. If you went to my channel, you're going to see
Did he
that
not
none
cry
of my
in the other
videos
one?
are available anymore.
No, he has videos where he's very manic, like the last one. He'll be talking with his hands a lot, and then there's the ones where he's very down. You'll see the videos where he's very,
Just to
very
let
down.
you know, I'm the one who chose to do that. And the reason that I decided is because I believe that there's an agenda to remove all of my YouTube channels from the YouTube platform. About 3 weeks ago, I started to receive these legal complaints. Now, it's not a community guideline strike. That's something completely different. So many of you are misunderstanding the situation, thinking that I'd be able to get
How
my
many
channel
times
back.
has he explained this?
This is like his 5th video, but this time he took all of his videos down.
So is he getting DMCA strikes? Is that what
No. His videos got tagged for those new laws that they passed in Europe. So his videos were blocked in certain countries, EU countries, where his content was considered illegal. So he was blocked in all of those countries.
So the claim that they're trying to take him off is full of shit.
Right, and he says it's because he equates demonetization to getting his videos blocked.
This is religious persecution.
And he says it's because he's a Christian, and he also says it's because he's a truther. The fact of the matter is that his videos are like 99% conspiracy theories, and then he reads one Bible verse that somehow kind of shows a connection to
Which
what he's
is how
talking about.
Christianity works,
Yeah.
right? You tell them what you want them to think, and then you read one kind of connected fucking verse to make it.
Everyone's God has the same prejudice they have. It's really convenient.
Yeah.
strikes, hey Mario, we've seen this happen to many people. That's not what's happened to me. Not at all.
Not at all. He makes videos crying about how he can't stop smoking weed. He makes all these.
Did he cry in his
he's
herpes
Canadian
reveal
too.
video? Yeah, he is Canadian.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Can we see that? Is that watchable?
What the one where he cries about how he can't stop smoking weed?
Yes.
I don't think so because he just said here that he took all the videos down. So I don't know. There's also his baptism video. He literally cries. He makes a lot of videos crying, and he got baptized as an adult, 5-6 years ago, and he cries so hard, like you would think like his puppy got ran over or something. It's crazy. He has very, very fragile emotions.
I started to receive
So him and Kavanaugh in a buddy comedy would be great.
I would watch
hundreds
that.
and hundreds of messages from YouTube letting me know that my videos were no longer available in 40 countries overseas.
Most of those countries, hardly anybody would watch his videos.
Specifically,
The majority of his videos are seen in North America and then probably the UK. So the UK was the only one he really got hit
the
from.
European Union. And this was right after the day that the EU passed a bill to ban online extremism. So the only thing that I can assume here is
So, and I've reviewed, he's made so many videos about this and deleted them, and I've reviewed them and explained this to him. His views are extreme. He claims that certain people are satanic and evil and have an agenda to brainwash the world. So they passed a law in the EU that you can't do that. So you have no control over it. And it's funny because for forever he was like, YouTube, you should get your act together. It's like, okay, for once this isn't YouTube's fault. If they want to have a presence in these countries, they have to follow the law there, or they can't exist there.
And they're only blocking him in those countries. Like he's not being blocked anywhere else.
Right.
So it's like, dude, grow a fucking brain. But then if he did, he would no longer be a piece of shit Christian.
He wouldn't create these great videos
I've
to
been
watch.
labeled as an extremist. I in fact told you that this was going to happen in one of the videos that's now private. I think it was in 2013 or 14.
The thing about Christianity is they prefer persecution to being right.
Yeah.
Like persecution porn is what we call it when we watch this stuff. Like they invent this stuff so that, because Jesus said, if you're not being persecuted, you're not doing anything.
Everyone wants to be a martyr.
Yeah, you got it. So they'd rather be banned than shown.
Wow.
It's true.
Persecution porn. I like that. I never heard that before.
Video, and I said they have an agenda to categorize a Bible-believing Christian like myself who believes in end-time prophecy as an extremist. And just because I hold views that are biblical, I have to stand for my beliefs, and that means that I stand against certain ideologies, specifically the LGBT, Islam, and other things like that. So because of my...
No, that's not it. That's not it. It's because you call Beyonce satanic. It's because you say the Super Bowl halftime show is a fucking Illuminati satanic worship service.
It's because anything that's on the YouTube trending, you immediately put a video out saying is satanic.
Yeah.
Every single thing. You're a fucking grubber just eating off the trending list.
To be fair, and to play, no pun intended, devil's advocate, but have you seen what's on the YouTube trending sometimes?
Well, I mean, is it satanic or is it opportunistic for him to call it satanic?
Oh, of course it's opportunistic for him to call it satanic.
He
He's just
doesn't
trying to
only-
get views and look like the good guy.
Yeah. He doesn't only say that it's satanic, he says it's fed to us through a vast conspiracy.
Network conspiracy.
To put...
But is calling something satanic even hate speech, really? Like, I'm just trying to wrap my head around how this is
This
hate
isn't even about hate speech. It's about misinformation.
It's extremist content.
Yeah.
So he's drumming. It's kind of along the same lines why Alex Jones got banned. Saying that pretty much nothing that we perceive as real is actually real. It's all just a secret a member of or a secret group of elite people,
vampires sucking the blood of our children.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Goddamn frogs are gay. Making these.
Well, I don't know what you guys think, but I would just assume let all these people say those things and let the marketplace of ideas deal with it.
I agree. I agree, but the thing is that these other countries are going to make their laws the way they are, and even if I don't agree with it, he just doesn't get it.
Yeah, he's blaming it on the persecution, not the fact that he's saying YouTube's persecuting me. But it's not YouTube. They're abiding by the laws of the countries in which they're broadcasting. It's very simple. And he's not grasping that because he wants to be the martyr here. He's not saying, Europe's ruining my life.
I've had people from other countries try to send me YouTube videos that I couldn't watch, that they could watch in their country.
Yeah.
So it goes both ways.
Do you know they let dog porn on in Slovenia? Slovenia YouTube?
No way.
Maybe not.
You're so disturbing. All right, let's move on from Mario. By the way, I'm going to remind everybody, I don't know if we're going to hit this goal. This was a pretty lofty goal. I don't know. Josh, if you want to change the goal, it's up to you. I'm fine with, the contributions we've gotten so far, but if you want to help us get further, link in the description. Josh will eat a ghost pepper and cry. And he's a horrible...
For $1,000, Josh will then poop the ghost pepper out and eat that again.
Would we raise more money if he cried first and then ate the ghost pepper?
Just spit the ghost pepper in your own eye. Yeah. No, that's terrible. Let's not do that.
This is a guy that dresses like a cowboy every day.
The liberal left, at war with America since the 1960s. Sneaky devils they are.
Sneaky devils?
Often their most devastating weapons are disguised as programs to help us. Liberals hate white America, and they are determined to extinct...
On your last stream you asked if you would spend $10 on the new Transformers. The answer, hell no, and I think you deserve it more. Also, hi Billy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Distinguish from memory all the contributions whites have made. Diversity is the official name of this.
Isn't it funny that because we share a skin tone that we get to also take credit for the accomplishment that other white people, Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla, white. I get to claim, I get to take credit for all of their inventions.
Forget that. I have a penis, so I'm taking care of everything every man has ever done.
Yeah, wow. Well, I have a period.
It's such an arbitrary category.
Yeah, no. The accomplishments. Come on, accomplishments.
Liberal scheme. Diversity deliberately shoves white people out of their positions so they can be replaced with more acceptable colors. Universities have been notorious in making white people disappear from faculty and administrative positions, and the dark-skinned people who replace the whites all seem to be flaming liberals. Now, I have yet to find anyone...
Because the universities have been the bastions of right-wing thought for generations.
Right.
Who can
maybe like Brigham Young University and, those kind of places.
Brigham Young.
He did like him young.
He had 14-year-old wife.
His entire marriage list is
55 women, but some of them were very old.
Yeah, that's because he had to marry the widows of like Joseph Smith and other people like that. So
explain to me how diversity makes any country stronger, especially when diversity is just a cover for liberal racism and bigotry.
Well, I mean, look at one of the strongest growing countries in the world, China. They're known for their diversity, right?
No, well, not ethnic diversity.
Oh,
but that's how that's how Asia is.
I might be all right now. Shit. No.
Models of the USA is e pluribus unum, which means out of many, one. The USA was founded by immigrants from all over the world, men and women eager to become Americans. Diversity is a direct assault on the unit.
So, belly button shot.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to do this to help Josh out.
Just for the ghost. Ben's gonna suck a.
Yeah, 9/11 mode is now on.
For $1,000, he'll do it out of my belly button.
No, $10,000. 10,000. That will pretty much ensure that it will never happen.
Yes.
On the unity of the United States.
Wait, question. Is he inferring that, like, if you're not white, you're not American? Because he's talking about all these other races and how they were desperate to become American. Does that mean only white people are American?
He's in his mind probably, but I don't know if he's saying that exactly.
I don't think he's saying that. He's mad that there's like diversity quotas at workplaces and universities, which I'm against the government mandating that, but I'm okay with if it's a private institution and that's how they want to operate, then I think that's their choice, and you have the choice not to work there or go to school there.
I don't know. Maybe we should have diversity quotas in our prison. There's just not enough whites in prison.
We do have diversity quotas in prison.
There's almost no atheists in prison, so what are we going to do about that?
Whoa.
Oh, whatever. You know anyone that does something bad enough to go to prison is definitely not a real Christian. You know that, right?
No, they get forgiven there. It's great.
That's not true. God is forgiving. God loves all his children no matter what they do. You rape a kid, you say you're sorry, you do your penance, that's it. God loves you again. Good.
Oh, the mafia, like Al Capone, they used to go to confession after they would murder people to get forgiven.
So Billy here on the persecution porn line of things, I mean, it's the same Christian narrative I see over and over is they've held a majority position for generations, and any slight impact into their power base is considered now to be like persecuting them. It's like they're trying to, if you're trying to equalize power at all, if you try and take away this guy's power, that is some sort of persecution. Obviously, America's demographics are changing, and if the representation, it's just natural that businesses are gonna look like the constituents that they try and serve. I mean, he can't stop it.
Yeah, we had centuries or at least decades of keeping people non-represented, right? Like we didn't bring anybody in. We were like, nope, and we realized that was a problem.
I'm sorry.
And they've been pushing for representation, and now people like Wild Bill are realizing if there are going to be any whites, as he puts it, getting these jobs, it won't be these type of whites.
I covered a news story recently when I was doing a solo stream where California is mandating that all publicly traded companies that are headquartered in California have to have a female, like a certain amount of women on their.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, somebody's got to get the coffee, right? Waka waka waka.
Not on the board. Well, no one who's on the board is getting the coffee. So anyway,
Blacks in
back to Wild
particular
Bill.
have been directed by liberals not to assimilate into American culture, even though they were born and bred as Americans. The black community pretends to be African, even making up foreign-sounding names for their children as a way of not identifying as Americans.
Oh, I can't believe that bothers him what other people decide to name their children. Sorry.
Well,
Sorry.
I mean, this is a country that for a really long time, a lot of people like this fucking cowboy hat wearing motherfucker would be like, oh, you can't let the gays get married. I mean, what does that say about me and my marriage? Absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah, like it, and he's claiming they purposefully choose non-American sounding names, maybe because they chose to use a name from their family or something,
or like they want to name their kid after their favorite hairspray. It doesn't fucking matter, dude.
Aquanet?
Yeah, Aquanetta.
Aquanetta.
She was a beautiful girl. I had a crush on her.
Pretty sure Billy is about as UK a name as you get.
Yeah.
Wild
Bill
directs blacks to deliberately mangle the English language as a way of demonstrating their non-Americanism.
Oh my God!
Non-Americanism.
Wait. In the same sentence where he said mangling the English language,
he says non-Americanism.
In the same sentence.
Non-Americanism.
Non-Americanism.
I'll tell you why he did it. Because clearly he's not American.
And clearly, that cowboy hat he's wearing has probably been mangled by a whole lot of fucking Southerners that can barely speak English. And the English language itself comes from an area of the world called England, where most people talk with their fucking blimies. They can't just pronounce a word. So we're not going to call out people who don't talk like we talk, because guess what? Language transitions over time because of area and fucking all other factors. You're fucking piece of shit if you care.
Wild Bill had this persecution story where I don't know if this has ever actually been verified, but he claimed that he tried to go to Canada to give a speech, and when they found out why he was going there, they decided not to let him in. And he was like, "Oh, those socialists up in Canada hate me. They wouldn't even let me into their country because I was talking about pro-American things."
He probably forgot his passport, to be honest, and blamed it on that.
And or had several guns on him.
Or has like a history of drunk driving because they won't let you in for that.
Yeah.
Or he has a history of just being an utter piece of shit that he doesn't tell anybody about in his videos because he's too busy projecting his...
He said it was just because they found out like the speech he was going to give.
they hacked into his fucking...
I mean, they do have, like
Gmail.
anti-hate speech laws there, but this has never been verified. And I've crossed the border so many times. I'm never asked that many questions. It's just kind of like... why you coming here?
Going into Canada, all they care about is how many cigarettes did you buy.
Right, exactly.
That's all they care about.
I couldn't even leave with pizza one time because it had beef on it. I was so pissed. They made me throw it away. I was like, "Can I just eat it right here before I cross?" They're like, "Nope."
Throw it away.
I had to throw away pizza because of fucking Canada.
When I lived in California, Arnold Schwarzenegger was governor.
Yeah.
And he's a Republican. I kind of feel like this Billy, like by these criteria, he wouldn't have voted for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wild Bill definitely wouldn't have voted for Arnold. He would have voted for like the Arnold from Gary Coleman. Was his name Arnold on?
Yeah, different strokes.
Yeah, I bet you he would vote for Gary Coleman over fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I think he was running too.
He was, yeah. He ran the same year.
What you talking about, Willis?
He has devolved into a national nightmare. Businesses are now forced to hire flamboyant sexual perverts and to promote
Forced to, that's right.
Flamboyant sexual perverts.
That is the worst band name I've ever heard in my life.
But they make the best songs.
Yeah.
qualified people to management positions simply because of their skin color. Barack Obama and his thugs destroyed many businesses.
Thugs. Barack Obama is a thug.
Barack Obama and his thugs. Like, we had this talk about calling people thugs. Like, that's he's just trying to stir shit up. He doesn't.
No, sorry.
I don't know, man. Like, I want to say all the worst things I can about Wild Bill right now, but he's hurting. Somebody hurt him in the past. And now he's at his fucking Florida retirement home wearing his cowboy hat that he doesn't even wear cowboy boots because he can't get them around his swollen ankles. And he's sitting here telling his old stories of a world that just doesn't exist anymore. He's part of a world that has died. I'm sorry. The
world.
The kids.
I feel like this actually might be a game of Bible Belt bingo, and he's actually just calling out the things that are on the cards.
I also like how he used the word thug, because that's what people say when they want to say the N-word, but they also don't want to say the N-word because they fear the repercussions.
Yeah.
Smart. At least Wild Bill's a thinker.
I'll beat the shit out of him one day. Give me a celebrity boxing match.
With ridiculous diversity rules. Obama was a saboteur of everything good in America, and I am so glad that
Gee willikers, that Obama, he did so many bad things to America. Like, I remember when I used to have a health care policy that I could afford.
I don't know.
I like how he's acting like he's just so angry for words. He's like, oh, he just doesn't know what to do. Like, Wild Bill knew that if like Obama didn't get out of office when he got out of office, he was going to come up there himself and take him out of office. That's how Wild Bill is.
I understand that not a single apple pie has been made since Obama was president.
Oh, you know what? I haven't had pie since Obama left. Or
no good things. He sabotaged it all.
Holy shit!
All apple pies have to be made with potatoes now.
That explains a whole lot.
Okay, Lord. One of my prayers is for God to keep one hand on my shoulder and one hand
on his what? One hand on his shoulder and one hand on his what? Let's all give our best opinion.
I imagine that he wants the Lord to cradle his balls while holding his shoulder and whispering lightly into his ear.
One hand on his shoulder, one hand on his balls, according to Vee. Paul, what do you think? One hand on his shoulder?
I'm gonna go with steering wheel.
One hand on his steering wheel. Let God take over. Okay.
Or gear shift, whichever, you know.
Wait, can I change my answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
The other hand he wants on his gun, because no one's going to take his gun from him.
One hand on his shoulder, one hand on his gun. I'm going to say one hand on his shoulder and one hand on his heart as he pledges allegiance to the United States of America. Stand tall, God. Stand tall, Lord. What's he going to fucking say? What sort of goofy shit's he going to fucking say?
over my mouth, and he just shushed me from what I was going to say.
God shushed me.
Was it one of those gentle, like where he touches your lips? Shush, shush, shush.
If God's shushing you, maybe you should stop trying to speak for him. I'm pretty sure he wants you to shut the fuck up.
Thank you.
God's somewhere like I didn't tell him to say any of this shit. That's on him. He said that.
If God's telling you to shut up and you're preaching God every fucking day, maybe you're in the wrong business, Mild Bill. You should shut the fuck up. Hi, Ben.
Hi.
You just missed Mild Bill telling everybody that God told him to shut the fuck up.
What?
God just told him to shut the fuck up. You just missed it.
He usually says, America bless God once again.
Well, he hasn't ended it yet. He's in the middle of telling the whole world that God told him to shut the fuck up. And I think that's beautiful.
Reoccurring videos? Like this is an ongogung thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this sicko.
link me the fuck up. Link me right the fuck up, please.
Just look up Wild Bill for America on YouTube. He's been
Every
making
week.
Yep.
I appreciate you turning me to this.
Usually he has a
mustache.
Usually he has a nicer backdrop. Usually it's like a nice beach with the waves coming in and everything.
He's at the park now.
I feel like Wild Bill misses the joyful days he spent with Jack at Brokeback Mountain. Now we're left with a sad show.
Yeah.
Seriously though, like he's at the park right now in Florida. He's at all the gay meeting spots. He's on Key West at the beach. I think Mild Bill is a log jamming Republican.
A log cabin jab.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
He's a butt jabbing Republican.
Log jamming Republican. Is that what it's called?
Okay, diversity, as rammed down our throats by the liberal left, is tearing this country apart. Exactly.
Tearing something apart. You got me.
Oh, these big diverse people ramming their log jammers down my throat.
To do. We need to get rid of the ridiculousness. Businesses must be free to hire, fire, and promote whoever they choose. Skin color be damned. Anyone should have the right to ban sexual perverts from their own private property. Any private property. Yes, back in the closet would be a good thing for everybody.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, just...
How would it say to people to go back in the closet when you're out here sporting that fucking cowboy hat?
He wants to pretend like he wants to go back to pretending like gay people don't exist. So he wants everyone who is gay to act like they're not to make him feel better about it.
How about this? We have a compromise here. He doesn't want sexual perverts in his business. Then we'll make a sign like no shirt, no shoes, no service. We'll add on like no nipple clamps, no dog collars, because that's kind of like sexual pervert.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like the average person, when they hear sexual pervert, they think of a real sexual pervert.
Yeah.
For Wild Bill, this is a blanket term for anyone who's not a heterosexual.
Yeah.
With totally vanilla sexual appetites.
Yeah.
So
the missionary position.
Bill's definitely the type of guy who only does missionary and only does it to Coldplay.
I don't think so. I think he's closet.
I think he listens to You think everybody's closet,
especially the Christians, though.
Okay,
because think about
Paul, when you were just totally gay until you became an atheist.
Because he left when he realized how gay everybody was.
No, but I think the thing it's not wrong that the thing that people are most vocally against, is often
the
a
lady
thing that they feel shame over.
The lady doth protest too much.
Especially for children. But that's another topic. Diversity is a massive racist failure. And it's time to get back to United We Stand.
Wild Bill is a massive racist failure.
Diversity. Yeah. You know what? Segregation. Totally not racist. Not a failure.
That's the only way we can make things right if we bring back segregation. What needs to happen is Wild Bill here needs to meet up with Kanye West, and then together I feel like then they could abolish the 13th Amendment.
Yes.
I feel like Kanye West is not a fan of Wild Bill's ideologies.
Should Wild Bill be his running mate for president?
No, they don't share the same
West,
ideologies. Wild Bill wants to lock up more free people. He wants more people in prison.
They both
and
like
less
Trump.
gay people outside of prison.
He wants a closet for the gay people to go into. He doesn't want them to go into prison. He just wants to pile them into a closet. Real.
Oh, dude, that could be his thing. That could be his campaign. Like, Trump had the wall. He could have the closet. We're going to take all the gay people and put them in this giant closet. All of them.
But if you sell closets for a living, you don't have to sell them to the gay people. So I don't know where the gay people are supposed to buy their closets.
No. See, we're going to build it, and we're going to make the gay people pay for the closet.
Not making a wedding cake for a gay person. That's awful lot like telling a black person they can't eat at your restaurant in the 1960s, isn't it? Isn't that an awful lot like that?
It's similar.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying it's similar. It's not the exact same
It's
issue.
definitely not the exact same thing.
But it's similar.
I can see if they come in for a cake and they're
Okay,
like, draw
what
a
if-
big wet dick on
What
the
if
cake.
it was, what if it was Rosenstein's Bakery and I walked in and I'm like, I want a Adolf Hitler cake.
See, I think that's fair to turn that down.
Okay.
I think if you want to draw a big old fucking dick on the cake, the people can say, no, we don't do that here.
Okay.
But if they do that for Mary and fucking Paul, then they can do that for Paul and Bronson. I don't know I don't know gay guy names. I'm sorry, Paul. You were in both of them. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I feel like, it's a little bit different because I don't feel like they should, I feel like people should be able to turn down who they want to, but in the same right, they deserve every bit of scrutiny they get for it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think they should be able to turn them down, but there's no way they're not going to hear a backlash because of it, because that's a dick move.
I mean, the real difference is in terms of hiring someone for service versus buying a product. So you can't just, I sell milk to everyone, but people whose skin color I don't like or whose sexual proclivity I don't like, because that's something you would sell to everyone. But as an artist, someone who has done work, as an artist, you can't be compelled to make art either. I mean, so that's in a way, it's the line is, if there was a slab cake on that was already made and a gay person came in and wanted to buy that for their wedding, no way should they be allowed to not sell that. But commissioning someone to create art, like, would you say to a wedding photographer, like if Wild Bill was a wedding photographer and you said you had to go shoot a lesbian wedding,
he would probably take his gun out and literally shoot the lesbians at the wedding.
I don't think he would.
So there's some gray area there in terms of like compelling art versus the right to buy something off the shelf. I mean, that's what makes this all weird.
I don't think.
I agree to that. If I was thinking in the sense of like somebody like designing a cake, like making a new cake for but no, absolutely. When you put it that way, I 100% agree with that.
If they're making a cake and the only thing that they're doing is putting two grooms on top of the cake or two brides on top of the cake instead of a bride and a groom, like is that testing their art? Is that against their artistic capabilities to put two grooms on instead of a bride and a groom? Like, would you say that was?
Well, you could say the same thing about the person who's supposed to just be snapping photos. But you still, it seems weird to compel. If I change it to the photographer example, I think it makes it more stark.
Yeah.
Because are you going to make that person be there? And I understand the person who sells the cake doesn't have to go to the wedding and all that kind of stuff. But in a way, I'm not to say I'm with Bill, but there are areas where you, even if you were like a filmmaker and you said, well, I'm compelled to hire Clint Eastwood to direct my shitty movie. Like you can't compel him to do a movie just because everyone who has $20 million gets to hire Clint Eastwood. It's just.
But also, if the person who's supposed to film the gay wedding doesn't want to film the wedding, like you're going to be able to find somebody else to fill that spot, right? Like,
not if you're in a small town. Like there's weird cases where this doesn't work out.
Yeah. I was just
question. Oh, sorry.
I was envisioning a meld of you and Wild Bill if you were the same person. It'd be Wild Billy the Fridge for America.
I don't appreciate.
I want to see
idea.
a Photoshop version of this.
Please don't do that. People at home, do not Photoshop me with this fucking weirdo.
Even just this guy's mustache on you would be great.
Please don't, guys.
Wild Billy the Fridge for America.
Please don't take his hat and put it on my fucking head instead of my bandana.
No,
Please don't do this.
Better idea would be like, Bill here, just naked in bed, like he's about to be
With
painted
Billy
like
the
a French girl, if you will. Just he's got like he completely naked, just his cowboy hat covering his taint. And then you entering the room. I think that'd be a much better. How much to commission that, by the way?
All right, somebody paint that on a fucking velvet canvas.
And put it on a gay person's wedding cake as well. Yeah. That'd be the perfect place.
And I think the difference between making somebody film a bridal thing and someone getting turned down for a cake is that like they're going to the cake shop, hours of operation are open. If the hours of operation are there, like turn them down because you can't do it. I guess be like, we don't have time to make this fucking cake. Like if you're logistically overbooked, I don't know. It's just.
In your example, like, you're trying to trivialize it to down just the two grooms. Well, then fine, let the customer put the two grooms on. Just put them in the box.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just not sure where we go with this. Like, if you're offering
the
this
trouble is
service
they want to extrapolate it. They want to extrapolate it to people who, like, I'm a locksmith and I don't want to. Like, a locksmith shouldn't really necessarily be able to turn down on the basis of any of these protected classes.
Yeah.
But art is weird. I understand why it's its own thing. I think everyone should serve everyone. I think that the marketplace of ideas should rule here. I think that the shame for this cake baker and anyone who turns anyone down, I think everyone should vote with their wallet. But again, the government compelling anyone to do any of this stuff gets into weird areas.
Yeah, it's true. I want to hear Wild Bill's catchphrase. Let's see.
Wild Bill for America. Thank you for watching, and America bless God again.
There we go.
America bless God.
He's like, yep, I made that up. Isn't that good?
America bless God. What the fuck does that mean?
So imagine
That's his
God bless
catchphrase.
America, but you change America with God.
Because we no longer bless God in America because we've become secular, Kids aren't allowed to pray in schools even though they actually are.
But then you add again to the end of it because Make America Great Again was a big slogan. So he's thinking ahead with this one. He put the fucking puzzle pieces together. He's a genius. This Mild Bill, he should really eat a fucking bullet.
Here's one of my favorites.
Why would God be blessed? He's fucking God. If there's anybody who's blessing anybody, shouldn't he bless other things?
Well, yeah, but Christians don't think that far ahead.
Oh, by the way, watch this in full screen.
Okay. Full screen.
What? Okay, what an elaborate. Oh,
I've got a message for all the scumbags, losers, killers, and haters of this world.
This is a great message.
Evil must be punished.
Oh my God.
Oh. All right, I'm gonna turn down his music.
Make sure to.
I got guns. I live in a double wide.
Oh, look, peppers.
What's the peppers? What?
Yeah. I don't. And then he was
He does it all, guys. Computer repair.
He's a jack
home cooking.
of many trades.
If this guy likes Star Trek, he doesn't understand it.
Yeah, it's true.
He's a jack of all.
He also says he's like 200% Cherokee or something. I don't get it. But his intro is very long. I'm waiting for it to end here.
That orange shirt also seemed out of place.
And this is That looked disgusting.
Is that a casserole?
There's my pepper bake, the green pepper bake. You know I eat good because I don't got no teeth, so I got to cut everything up real small.
Is this over yet? No.
Nope.
Is he playing the whole song?
He's playing the entire fucking trip to the moon.
Okay, here he is.
Are you fucking serious? You know, and oh man.
Oh man.
I'm looking at a headline. Wiccans cast spell on Trump.
While you're wearing that
Wiccans
necklace, you're
cast
saying
spell.
Wiccans?
Yeah,
He's a sorcerer.
Yeah,
He's a sorcerer.
He's made a real life Elder Scroll.
Yeah, he wears a cape a lot of the time.
He wears like a doctor.
Why isn't he wearing the cape in the intro?
I don't know.
I think we made fun of him last time.
Come on, Lando.
It looks like Doctor Strange's cape with the like big high collar.
I think it was Doctor Strange's cape. He got it on Amazon.
I see no
on the
capes in this
flash sale.
closet.
Yeah.
There's another closet he should be in.
Oh my god. As if we don't have enough fucking negative shit about us pagans.
Whoa. Thought there
Now
was
we
another
have a
word he
group
was
of
going to
Wiccans
use there.
that
Thank
went
God it
out
was negative.
and cast a spell on Trump. That's just where the fuck were you when Obama was tanking our economy to the tune of $21 trillion? Where the fuck were you at then?
Yeah, should have cast spell on Obama.
Whoa.
Someone did, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's how yours got that big.
Oh, you were significantly absent, weren't you? Yeah. Yeah, you were. Now.
How do you know?
You should play the video of him gumming
No.
down the sandwich.
Oh, I forgot 9/11 mode was on, and I never ended up. And now another one just happened. I'm sorry. I'm.
Two 9/11s?
Yeah. There's two 9/11s. I'm slacking off. I need to do some 9/11s really quick.
Two towers.
You know what? I was looking for this photo of Von Helton. It was a screenshot of him going like that. It's hilarious, but I can't find it right now.
The guy that saved your fucking freedom of religion, you dipstick. Hillary Clinton is a fucking communist. She would have taken away your freedom of speech, your freedom of religion, and your Second Amendment right to carry weapons.
Oh
That is a
my
fact.
God.
You know how I know? Because I got her saying it her goddamn self on video. You would have lost your freedom of religion. The very spell you cast the other day would not have been made if Hillary Clinton had been president.
I like how he wants us to be taken seriously. He's mad that they cast a spell. Oh, thanks.
Is this
Lord Reginald Peterson?
What were you gonna say?
Is this an audition tape to be Eddie Munster in the next Munster movie?
More like Grandpa Munster.
Yeah, Grandpa Munster. That's what.
Yeah.
Because she would have taken your freedom of religion away. You fucking dipsticks.
Hey, you
And
fucking
now,
dipsticks.
Guess what? Now, once a fucking again, paganism has a negative stigma on it because you motherfuckers ran out there and did a goddamn spell against
Because you did a
When were the glory
goddamn
days of
spell.
paganism?
So paganism is mostly ignored and laughed at more than anything, but most of the people who are negative against it would probably be Christians in the United States. So it's not because other pagans are casting spells on Trump.
As far as atheists go, the pagans really aren't their primary target.
No.
like a bunch of idiots.
Gotta stop casting spells.
What in the fuck was wrong with you? And like I said,
Did anything even happen? Okay, can you point to the results of this spell, the effects of the spell?
Yeah.
Well, how else do you?
Oh, is that why Trump is such a shitty president?
Yeah, he was a great president until that spell
I
got
see.
cast. And now Sinbad doesn't even have a genie
guys
movie.
Don't like DP. If we can get $333, I'll eat it anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so he lowered it. He lowered it. 333, y'all.
Were you for 8 years when President Obama, and I hate to even use the word President Obama together,
He's a
was
president.
taking our economy to the tune of $21 trillion. Not to mention the economy going down the toilet. Not to mention the military going down the toilet. Not to mention
the
pretty
entire
much-
fucking infrastructure fallout that he inherited from Bush.
Yeah, the economy took a shit right before the election when Bush was still president.
Yeah, and he actually did very well in the middle of that, but then capped it all
You know
off
what,
at the end.
guys? I want to show you guys the softer side of Von Helton.
Oh. He's not as fat in this video. This must be from a while ago.
Look.
I was walking in the lab late one night, and my eyes beheld an eerie sight. My monster from the slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a
You want to back up sing for him? They did the mash.
It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle to the monster bedroom where the vampires feast.
Do you like this, Billy?
I don't like this.
I think we're getting this is demonetization central.
Yeah.
Do you
demonized?
Would you collab with Vaughn? Maybe let him sing the hook.
I would
for
collab,
one of your tracks.
I would collab with him if he did Kurt Cobain's very last hit. His very last.
Okay.
Very last swan song.
This is the screenshot, by the way, that was making its rounds.
Bitter beer face.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he has no teeth.
Yeah.
Why can't he
That's
cast
the album
his...
cover right there?
Yeah.
Then why is he eating his lower lip?
Because he has no teeth. Your teeth keep your lips from flapping into your mouth. So that's why. And here's a Wild Billy for America.
I don't like this. I don't like this one.
I was hoping he'd have the mustache, though.
I'm glad he doesn't. I'm not saying this is me either. This is some amalgamation.
I'm going to tweet it out to everybody.
Please don't do that.
I'll tweet it.
Does need the mustache.
I'll tweet it to your hot model girlfriend.
Better not.
Yep.
Better not.
This is going straight to we're hashtagging Kim Kardashian on this.
Have you considered wearing cowboy hats in the future?
No.
I
Okay,
think
I'm
they're
from
very
Calgary.
becoming-
That's not a real cowboy hat.
Yeah,
that's some kind of straw ass lame thing.
You know what? I think Wild Bill's one of those Jimmy Buffett types, honestly. You know, Paul, I watched a bunch of your videos, and the fucking ham and egg song gets stuck in my head. And at first, like, I didn't
That's
get
why most people watch me is just the theme song, then they tune out.
Did someone record that for you or something, or?
So that's actually that's a 100-year-old song. Burl Ives recorded it a long time ago. It's an old campfire song from the Boy Scouts from like 1890 that I found, and that was actually how I got the inspiration for the whole Ham and Egg series. Was that weird song? So then I found a kids choir doing it, and I just kind of enhanced it with a few with a little bit of stuff. So no one. It wasn't a custom recording, but if anyone wants to do a remix, they're welcome because it's pretty addictive. It's an earworm if ever there was one.
It is. It is. And it took me a while to understand what it was a reference to. Also, but then I looked at it. The egg thing. What is it?
Well, that's why I put So AIG is Ken Ham's ministry, Answers in Genesis. But if you kind of look at AIG, how you'd have to pronounce the acronym.
Yeah, egg.
It seems like it would be egg.
Yeah.
And so Ken Ham and egg. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just hate. He's not my favorite person. So I was out looking.
Absolutely.
And
take this picture
I
off the
found the
screen?
song, and that made the whole series.
No, you know what? Ken Ham kind of looks like, I almost called him Can Ham.
Let's get
So I
this
call him
flame
I call him
butthole
Amish
ready.
Wolverine.
Hashtag fridge magnets.
Thank you. He kind of looks like a botched Abraham Lincoln to me, or something, or like he's like like this genetic mashup of Jefferson Davis and Abraham Lincoln together in one.
Yeah, but also if you take like Logan from the Logan movie, but like 20 years later.
Yeah. So what? He's from Australia, right?
Yeah, he's Australian originally,
and he lives in Kentucky. That must be so weird to be from Australia and live in Kentucky.
Well, unfortunately everyone in Australia actually understands that everything he says is bullshit. So he had to move to where can I move that people will accept these weird things that I want to say? I know Kentucky.
Yep. Or West Virginia. I'd put both of those Because, I grew up in Ohio, and it's weird that Ohio borders Kentucky and West Virginia, because that just blows my mind.
What's the other side of Ohio? Is it
Pennsylvania and Indiana and Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ohio, I've only been there once, but it is this weird mix of very rational people and a few strays from over the border.
Yeah, it's weird because I'm from Northern Ohio, and it's vastly different from Southern Ohio. Southern Ohio is like the Kentucky, like Appalachia area. It's
Some of my
very
favorite
southern.
people are from Ohio.
And then like Northern Ohio, where I'm from, like we're like into hockey and like the cold weather type stuff.
Right, you're almost halfway between like New Jersey and Minnesota in attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Man, I love this.
As you try to imagine that, but
yeah. You know, people from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, they kind of sound like Canadians almost to me. A little bit. They have that kind of accent.
well, they sound like, for us, we would say they sound like Ontarians. They sound like people from Ontario. There's vastly different accents all over Canada, just like there are.
Yeah.
Although I can say about, and you can all laugh at me.
Yep.
I like my Vancouver friends' accents.
You know when I first noticed the about? It was when I was a kid. I used to watch this show called "You Can't Do That" on television.
Yeah,
it was on Nickelodeon.
Alanis Morissette was in it.
Yeah, but it was produced in Canada, so everyone had that accent on it. Yeah. They'll say like I would say house, and they say house. And sorry is probably the most commonly used word in Canada.
Yeah, but it's not because they're saying
That's
sorry.
a greeting, really. We say that instead of hello.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
But they're not apologizing.
It's used for so many things there.
We are. If someone runs into you, the first thing you say is sorry.
Yeah. Sorry we saw each other today. I was hoping not to see you today. Sorry.
In Seattle, if people run into each other, if it's not that bad, they just pretend like it didn't happen.
Yeah. We have the Seattle freeze.
Yep.
Yeah, in Staten Island, that's cause for a fight.
It depends on if it was intentional and how bad it was. If people just kind of bump into each other, they normally won't even say anything to each other.
We'd rather not talk to people.
Yeah.
So we're just like, fuck it.
It's hard to make new friends. That's another thing. Like it's. And yeah, they call that the Seattle freeze. I didn't know about it until I moved here. If you, there's even a Wikipedia page about it that explains it. Dude, I love this picture.
Although this almost looks like Weird Al's stepdaughter.
I didn't consent to this.
Yeah, dude. Do you remember the Weird Al song "Fat"? Where he put on like the big fat suit, and he had like the curly hair.
Ohio girls be crazy for
Absolutely.
Jesus and less for
Ding
the
dongs,
Irish
man,
indeed,
ding
it
dongs.
seems. And it was more or less in the mountains. Pretty but really depressing / poor.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I missed it.
That's fucked up.
It's beautiful. Yeah, everybody's seen Weird Al's fat, especially if you're fat, and especially if you look like Weird Al in a fat suit. Everybody's seen it, Ben.
Ding dong, man. Ding dong, yo.
Yeah, everybody's seen it. All right.
We could move on now.
Okay. Okay, we'll move on to Oh, dude, it's stuck. No, just kidding.
We could get rid of this.
What else we got here?
Country Road.
Oh,
Was Jesus a homosexual? Oh. Of course he's not a homosexual. Wow. I know, wow, right, brother? But they actually teach it. Some people. They actually teach it. They think Jesus Christ was
the
a
one
homo.
thing they teach in public schools about Jesus is that he was gay.
I've only ever heard jokes that were not taken seriously, like, oh, he hung out with men 12 men all the time.
He
or
wasn't
whatever.
gay. He was just down to be the fucking stick pig in a 12 apostle orgy.
He was the icky cookie.
Yeah, it's not gay to be the icky cookie.
That way their lifestyle can be approved. That's just wicked. It is satanic. It is very satanic.
Well, there we
When
go.
I was at Berkeley School and studying in Bible class, they were trying to show these illusions. Right. You know, where Jesus Christ had some homosexual tendency. All right.
This guy go to
I
Berkeley.
would love to go to this guy's school. They probably taught some bomb ass shit there. Jesus is gay. I mean, it's okay to stand around and
It's
fucking.
UC
game
Berkeley. That's what he's talking about. That's a very liberal school too.
I live next to Berkeley. Why did this guy go there? Like,
Yeah.
there's no way. There's no theological part of Berkeley. Anyway, carry on.
Now, at very best, they can only use 2 minuscule passages that would even indicate it and not really say
Whoa,
it. All right.
whoa, hold on. There are 2 passages in the Bible indicating Jesus is gay?
Way more.
It depends. It depends on which testament you're reading. The New Testament and a couple more. Jesus
Like
was
I
wild
told you
back
before,
Isn't there like only one passage indicating that gay is wrong in the Bible, and that was from the Old Testament?
No, there's some New Testament stuff too.
I don't even know, man.
So Paul the Apostle was pretty strong on this stuff. Actually, it's the forgeries that were written in his name, but we'll carry on.
Okay.
here's another rule. You can find anything you want in the Bible that would
That
indicate
is the most
something.
true statement
you can
anyone
teach
has
whatever
ever
you
said.
want in the Bible that would indicate something.
I used to have a game on my Discord server where people like put up anything they want, and I, as a former guy who memorized the New Testament, I will try and find Bible verses to support any position that anyone puts on my Discord server, and I have yet to fail to find a verse that can.
What type of Bible do Mennonites use?
Mennonites, they traditionally would have used they use German Bibles, so Low German translations, but
the Catholic
so in the
Bible?
New World, so now they would typically more like use an NIV, or an NASB, like for those who have, we sinners who no longer speak Low German. So they didn't actually. We kind of skipped the King James as a thing.
Isn't this double-edged sword though? What he's saying, like he's like, you can find anything at all in the Bible.
It's true. Yeah.
Totally. It's
I know,
amazing
that's
he's
what
saying
he
this.
doesn't get.
Yeah.
Well, it's
He
just
doesn't
like
get
we
that
were
he's shooting
talking.
himself in the foot.
It's just like how we were talking about Mario earlier, how he makes this outrageous claim and then finds a Bible verse that kind of makes it sound like, it was predicting this or it's justifying it. Yeah, so.
All right, let's go to John 13. We'll look at verse 23. John 13, verse 23.
Boring.
Now there was leaning on Jesus' bosom. Okay, someone was leaning right here on the bosom.
Wait, is that where your bosom is?
Okay, this is
Did they not teach biology at that school where you went to? They only just told you that Jesus was gay? Like, that is
A little higher there, dude.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, UC Berkeley is like a very left-wing, like very liberal university.
Yeah, but he just made it more gay. The bosom's up near the chest. He's over here putting Jesus down at the crotch.
I just think it's weird that he went there.
Everyone at Berkeley knows where the bosom is.
Yeah.
That's something they teach on day one.
These are where bosoms are.
very intimate. One of his disciples, whom Jesus loved. You see that? So there was some kind of really intimate love going on here. A male disciple, John, laid on Jesus' bosom, because that's just weird. If I
Didn't he love them all? I mean, come on.
Oh, no, but in the Gospel of John, there definitely was the one special apostle who had this special one-on-one attention from Jesus.
Who laid on
I mean, wasn't that Saint Peter? Or
No, it wasn't. It wasn't so. This is weird exegesis stuff, but there was the reason why they even say that gospel was written by John was because there's the special apostle who Jesus loved, who wasn't Peter, who had the special in time, and that was supposedly John. He's not wrong. There's the special weird relationship going on.
So you're saying this apostle was Jesus' side chick?
Well, so what? Mary Magdalene was the main? Is that what you're saying?
They probably just
I watched Da Vinci Code. I don't mean to brag, but
I don't mean to brag. I like.
This is what's weird is that even if Jesus was gay, they would. The argument would be Jesus never sinned. So does it matter in any he never had a lustful thought?
Yeah. So he was.
So does it matter if his sexual he was really asexual?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, he's asexual. He's not interested.
So it's this weird hypothetical thing where if an asexual was interested, who would they be interested in? Which is the question doesn't make sense.
I like
Anyway.
to listen to Paul like refer to these things in the Bible. It's the same way like somebody refers to like Marvel Comics when you say something about
I
Dr.
totally
Doom.
say that. That's how I feel about theological debates now. I'm always like, ooh, who would win, Hulk or Superman? 'Cause
Yeah.
It used to be so important to me, and now it feels like it's exactly the same question.
It is.
No, you forget what happened in John 3:16. That was the best issue.
Oh man. I like it. I like that
But
parallel.
yeah, it's the same as canon debates. Like if Star Wars, it's like, well, in the books it said this. Well, we don't accept the book as canon. Well,
Yeah.
whatever. Leia's not force sensitive. What are you talking about?
She always was.
I liked the
Sure, right?
I liked the Timothy Zahn like Dark Force Rising books, but I guess those are not canon now.
They are not, but Thrawn is canon now. Thrawn was in the Clone Wars comics, so in a way, like they get to pick and choose canon now, which is kind of fun. Which is actually what Christians do as well.
But was Skywalker gay?
Nice way of turning that all around.
Skywalker
was Skywalker gay? No, because
he was incestual.
So he married his assassin in the books.
Yeah,
Mara Jade.
Mara Jade, and then but in the movies, in the Disney movies now, he went monk, and of course we know what happens when you get really devoted to religion and live by yourself, where your proclivities tend to drift to.
You turn into you turn into vapor.
Was he fucking them dolphin nuns?
No, you turn into a Catholic priest, right?
Okay, answer me this: could
Oh, wow.
Jesus use the Force?
I mean, he
those
he
are
walked
separate
on water.
canons, that-
Yeah.
That's like asking if a phaser can shoot through a lightsaber. You can't answer that question.
My favorite part of Stark Wars is when Dark Vader used his lifesaver to take over the Starship Enterprise.
Yeah, I love lifesavers.
Yeah. Dark Vader.
I used to think it was Dark Vader when I was a
Okay.
kid. I thought it was.
Are we done? Are we done with Jesus is gay now? I don't, does he have more to say?
Yeah, let's see what he says because he hasn't explained it.
Just, if one of you during the middle of church service leaned on Brother Sean's lap like that, Brother Sean would go, "Get off me!"
Because Brother Sean's a homophobe,
Like that.
and he's not as good as Jesus because Jesus just let him lay on him.
Brandon here can feel free to do that in our church. I don't bring
Oh, so this is he's basically giving consent. Is that what he's? All right, Brother Brandon.
Brandon, you want to lay down in my lap, Brother Brandon? You want to lay on my bosom? I somehow made the bosom closer to my dick than it actually is because I'm totally
I'm
not
not
gay.
but Brother Brandon's all right.
Yeah, he
I see
prefers
some people's
Brother.
bosoms are down there, but it's very unhealthy.
He's got a proclivity for Brother Brandon.
Verse 25, he then lying on, oh, now this is really intimate, Jesus' breast, saith unto him, Lord, who is
I'm
it?
sure he's actually getting into it. Like he's like, oh, this is getting really
This
hot
is-
now. This
yeah.
is like a fucking 40-year-old mom reading 50 Shades of Grey for the first time.
Yeah, this is what happens when you give a whole bunch of virgins a sex book and call it the Bible.
So I think this guy just discovered some /fiction site, and after he was done with his Kirk and Data stories, he found something about Jesus and got all bothered by it.
So do you like Star Trek or Star Wars better? Because I notice that most Star Trek fans like Star Wars, but most Star Wars fans have this weird insecurity where they don't like Star Trek.
You're asking me?
Yeah, yeah.
Star Wars,
I'll ask both of
Star
you.
Wars paid for my house, so I have to say that, yeah, Star Wars.
Oh well, there you
but
go.
I love Star Trek. I love all of it. I actually stump Trekkies all the time. So no, I haven't experienced that. I feel like the insecurity is the other way. The box
Really?
office numbers. Like if you ask, because Star Trek fans, I mean, even now they can't even afford to pay Captain Kirk anymore because the movies are making so little money.
Oh yeah, well, I don't even like those movies anyway. Like I was never really into those. I always feel like Star Wars was always more mainstream and it was more action based, and it appealed to an audience more of like an audience that would be into that. And Star Trek is more meant for TV. It's meant for episodes, episodic television, that sort of thing.
In a way, like Discovery is exactly like that. Discovery, even though it took a few episodes to get into it, like Discovery is among the best of the series. But at the same time, like the J.J. Abrams stuff, my kids love on the same level that they like any action movie. I mean, so in a way, the movie side of Star Trek has gone as mainstream as you can get.
Well, even J.J.
I feel like Discovery was such a big departure from what Star Trek actually was, and then it didn't help the fact that Seth MacFarlane gave us basically the Star Trek we all know on another series at the same time. So and I think the fact that the majority of the Star Trek audience is so dissatisfied with Discovery is the reason why now we've got Patrick Stewart coming out of retirement from playing Captain Picard to play him again in another show.
Well, I mean, he finished off Professor X. What else is he going to do?
Yeah, but he had said so many times that he was never going to play the character again.
But I think he got just intrigued by the fact that like he may not even be a captain, like because now that they have all these like the Kelvin timeline or whatever else they want to put it in, he could have never been a captain. Depending on what they want to do.
They should give us what we want, and what we want is we don't want a prequel, we don't want an alternate timeline. We want a continuation of the original story. I don't know why they're so afraid to do it, but they've put off doing it forever. I mean, it's the majority of Star Trek fans want to see what happened after. I think it was Insurrection. That was the last Star Trek film that was going forward in the timeline.
Right, but does the fan really want like an Admiral Picard that's been sitting in the office, or do they want him to have gone and like he went off and he became Indiana Jones like he always wanted to be?
I've seen a few people come up with ideas for what they want that'll probably never be made because who knows what'll actually happen. But I think it can be enough of the familiar and enough different at the same time to still keep it fresh, in my opinion.
Do you need the rest of the cast to come back? Like,
No.
do you need like, okay, so what's going to make it?
I would bring Michael Dorn into it. So I'd bring Worf into it, and I'd bring LeVar Burton into it too, probably
for diversity.
No, honestly, but I think those are
you need a few to anchor it, right, to the old stories.
Yeah, and those two characters were pretty much always a big part of it. I
Bring
don't think
Whoopi Goldberg back too.
No, she's
Man
too
Holiday?
expensive.
Oh.
No, but what about Will Wheaton? Would you bring Will Wheaton back?
No, I wouldn't. No, I'm not a fan of that.
What if it?
I'm not a fan of Will Wheaton.
What if it only comes back with Will Wheaton? Will you still watch it?
It's not going to come back. They filmed a scene with Will Wheaton in the last TNG film, and it ended up on the cutting room floor.
Poor Will Wheaton.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's out there. You can watch it. It's Picard runs into Wesley at Deanna and Riker's wedding, and yeah, is that Insurrection or is it no Nemesis? I meant Nemesis, not Insurrection. Sorry.
All right, where they get married on the boat or whatever.
Wesley, where have you been?
The boat is when Worf is getting a promotion. They're on like an old ship. It's the first scene of the very last TNG movie, where they have Tom Hardy play Picard's clone.
Yes.
Oh, Wesley, where have you been?
Well, actually, ever since I got kicked off of the Enterprise,
it's ridiculous.
it's been really hard for me.
No, he ran off. He ran off with some weird dude.
I've been getting raped for the last 15 years.
Right.
Yeah, the Traveler or something. He had a weird name. I was like, Wesley, be careful. He's creepy. Wesley, you're really special.
That's really what he said.
He basically
we're so off on a tangent. So if they can't get Chris Pine to come back, do you cast new people and have the next generation crew in the next movie, but all recast?
What I think they should do is
Nemesis was the last Star Trek in the timeline.
Yeah. I corrected myself. Sorry though. I apologize. What they should do with Star Trek is what has always worked with Star Trek. You build because like I said, Star Trek was meant to be a television series. The movies are good, but you got to build the movie off of the characters that you build through the television show. And that's what they always did when the movies were, I mean, not all those movies were successful, but a lot of them were relatively
Every second one was good.
Yeah. I agree. I liked First Contact. I thought that was a good one.
That was an even number. Anyway, go ahead.
Generations was good too. I liked those two out of all the TNG ones.
Which one is the one where Spock has a brother who's actually Jesus, but not gay?
That was 5.
Yeah.
That was what does God need with the spaceship one?
Yes, because
What does God? Spaceship.
Yeah, the Vulcans with emotions hijack the spaceship and fly to the center of the galaxy, where they meet an alien. Billy, I'm mainly going to play this video because I want your opinion on it, because I like your opinion on this kind of stuff.
Because you respect my opinion.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo, and this is a video that I'm not going to lie, I should have made probably about a year and a half ago.
Oh, you mean you were going to apologize 12 months in advance?
February 2017 is when I should have actively done this, but I didn't. And what I'm basically here to say is that I'm quitting the skeptic community.
What?
Whatever that might mean.
No!
Right?
Matt, we needed your skeptical opinion on all the trending topics of YouTube, dude.
Terminology to myself. In fact, I cringe.
I've been on YouTube for God knows how long, and I still don't understand what the skeptic community
Well,
is.
here's the
But I'm
thing.
skeptical.
If he never considered himself a part of it, how is he quitting it? I mean, he's basically admitting that he was a part of it.
See, this is what he's
trying
doing.
At the same time, trying to pretend like he never was.
This is what he's doing. He's realizing he's being pushed out of the community because he's a fuck up, and he's saying that he's leaving it. But really, he's been pushed out for fucking up, Matt. You're not leaving anything. This is damage control for the fact that nobody wants to. He probably went to fucking MythCon, and all his friends were like, "Oh man,
He did.
They're like, you really fucked up." And everybody who wasn't his friend was like, "Dude, you're a fuck up. Why are you here?" And then he's realizing now that he's.
Well, I mean,
he's
he was
quitting.
getting that too at PAX.
Yeah,
remember he showed up at PAX. And
we were sweet boys to him.
We were fucking with him.
We were fucking with him.
Yeah,
That was before everything went down, though. We would always fuck with him.
This is like the YouTube equivalent of getting fired and then be like, "Well, you can't fire me because I quit."
Even Ethan Ralph, who had a huge stream and gained a ton of popularity. I mean, he already had decent popularity, but he gained even more from the Mundane Matt thing. Even was like, I don't know why the fuck he showed his flagging history.
Yeah,
because then at least he would have had the benefit of the doubt, like, you know.
I think Matt should have showed his genitals. That always wins an argument.
No.
Every time I hear it, because it's just like, oh, wow, it's so bad. Because I don't view myself as a skeptic. I view myself as a commentator, but I do.
He's a tater.
Talk about a lot of the same.
He's a
stuff
commentator.
that a lot of skeptics talk about, at least
There
in
we
that
go
community.
again
And
with
even
the
the people
racist
that-
slur. That could totally be considered one.
Is he doing Randy Orton? Paul, I'm not sure how much you know about Mundane Matt.
Not much.
Yeah, like I watch Paul's videos and they're all like they're so happy and positive and everything, and I'm like, man, I want to be that positive.
Instead, we're over here picking on poor little Matt.
I enjoy them, and I like Matt Dillahunty and stuff too. Like you get a lot of good people to be on in your videos.
I've had a great
too.
line of guests, but those are all prefaced by like off camera 90 minutes of just yelling at the shit.
Yeah,
because you have to vent the anger first, and then you can address the issues. So, yeah.
I'll tell you the story of Mundane Matt. Real quick.
Had before we do that, we had Dillahunty on DP a few years ago, and it was pretty cool. Like and even though we challenged a lot of his ideas, he left the show and we said something, and he ended up coming back on to correct us even after that. So I definitely respect the guy a lot.
Like him or hate him, he's a genuine person. He doesn't put on pretenses. So
A lot of people don't know this about Mundane Matt. He was a former child actor.
No, he wasn't.
He was,
What?
yeah. He played Squints in The Sandlot. You know,
he didn't.
Yeah, the kid that kissed the lifeguard.
I thought you were going to say something for real. I thought you were going to explain Monday Night.
And Matt's entire world, he's been trying to live up to what he was as a kid, and he can't. He can't do it.
This kid.
He's just trying to live up.
Billy, to talk about what you said before, is he the good kind of fat or the bad kind of fat?
He's Mundane fat.
No, oh, you don't want to say either way, do you?
What? He's
sounded like there was only two kinds, the good and bad. But now when we're talking about someone you actually
There's
know,
multiple kinds of fat. There's good bad fat, healthy fat, trans fat.
Trans fat.
Yeah, where you're so fat that they can't tell what gender you are. I'm trans fat.
That are usually called the skeptic community don't even view themselves as being skeptics. It's a terminology that I'm not the only one that cringes at. Trust me,
Trust
or
me.
laughs at, or just kind of blows
Trust
off.
me,
But
we all laugh
it's
and cringe
what
at
I think
ourselves.
you would say is generally known about us, right? Those of
I've been called a skeptic before. I'm like, what?
Well, now he's part of the septic community.
The septic
who
community.
comment
That's
on
where all the shit goes.
current
Yeah.
events, feminism, leftist politics, radical leftist actions, things along those lines. And it's become a very interesting culture and in a very interesting community. And it's one that over the span of the last year and a half, I have just grown to be bored with.
This is the last video he made too, and it was like, it's been 3 days. He hasn't made a video in 3 days.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you, the skeptic community has been something I've grown to be bored with. In fact, I went to VidCon and I stayed in the skeptic house with everybody, and it was so boring to me that I just went to bed early and told them to be quiet so I could wake up in the morning and go to class.
Well, this particular freeze frame is actually kind of how I feel about this video. So,
yeah.
Right. Before, when things are popping, when things are interesting, prior to the 2016 election, really, it felt like there's a mission here, right? There's a reason for it. Like Gamergate felt like there was a.
Do you even have any commentary on it? Like,
look,
is this his next play to kind of distance himself? Like, look, I'm different now.
Maybe he's gonna start doing $3 theater. It really doesn't matter.
This guy got tricked into showing. I thought you were actually going to explain it, but you
explain that he was flagging people.
Yeah.
He would show up in the channels after he flagged people and say, "It wasn't me, guys.
Yeah,
it wasn't me." And like, then why
these
the fuck
people
are you here?
tricked him into showing his flagging.
They didn't even trick him. They told him to, and he did it.
Yeah,
They're like, look, you want to prove you didn't?
And
do
it
this?
turned out he had flagged dozens of people for like bullying and harassment, but really it was just videos who were critical of him. So.
Yeah. He couldn't handle the criticism, and his entire channel started because somebody flagged him for false reasons. That's why his channel got its big boost into where it was today.
Yeah.
So everything he stood for and was grown upon was something he didn't subscribe to himself.
Does he think the skepticism is unnecessary? Like, I'm confused. What does he think skepticism is?
I mean, there's a label if you run in certain circles of people on YouTube, you're considered a skeptic, and you're part of the skeptic community, which I guess was kind of born out of the atheism thing. And then, people like Armored Skeptic, they kind of went in a different direction. And I think that is what they consider to be the skeptic community.
Right. So he thinks politicalness and like that, because skepticism is really just like wanting evidence for shit.
Right.
Like, like homeopathy is a real thing. And my girlfriend was talking to someone who like thinks urine is a cure for cancer, and like all the skepticism is necessary, dude.
Well, even if it's not a cure, it tastes so fucking good.
Oh my God. Yeah. We've watched people that give themselves like urine enemas and all kinds of weird stuff on this show. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just look. Matt's grasping at straws here.
Matt isn't really saying what you hear his mouth say. What Matt's trying to do is be like, hey, I'm not the same. He's trying to distance himself from like what happened, the drama that he went through.
Yeah, and he's saying he wants to start taking his channel a different direction.
Yeah.
Forgive him for his past indiscretions. He's a new Matt. He's the Matt that's fun and watches movies and gives shitty opinions on movies like Indiana Jones. Shitty fucking opinion, Matt. But other than that, like, whatever. Do what you do,
Did
Matt.
he not like Indiana Jones?
No, he said my favorite movie is Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, but my favorite Indiana Jones movie is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
What?
That's what he said. It was on the 24-hour show.
That doesn't make
the long 24-hour show we did like over a fucking year ago.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I went on him in the
that wasn't over a year ago, by the.
It was over a year ago. It was in June of 2017.
Yeah,
and I unleashed a fury of flames on him for that comment. I was like, "That's not going to slide by, Matt." That's the whole reason I pick on Matt now today was because of that stupid fucking statement.
But are you criticizing him because you don't think the Temple of Doom should be anyone's favorite? Or is it more like saying, my favorite number is 5, but my favorite number under 10 is 6?
Yeah, exactly. It's the stupid pretentiousness of it.
All right.
It's like, you can like the movie all you want. That's fine. But saying it just the way he said it, he was just saying it because it blows the mind of people equally as intelligent as he is. Not anybody with more intelligence. But equally intelligent as Matt. And there's a lot of people that fall in that 103 IQ range that you know, they think they're smarter than everybody else because they are smarter than the majority of people. Because the majority of people are fucking, what, 102? I don't know. I don't fucking know anymore, Matt. You're pissing me off. Quit flagging. Quit reporting. Quit backtracking. Quit being mundane.
All right, you know what? I'm going to make a choice for Josh because we have about like 15 minutes or so left of this show. If we get it to 200, I'll bring on Josh and he eats the pepper and he has no choice. So 200. Let's get it to 200. And instead of putting up a timer, I'm just going to play this classic video, an old fan favorite. And by the way, this guy, he looks like he's like 16, but he's actually like 25. So, also Canadian, by the way.
Oh no! Oh no! I had Jordan Peterson to deal with
76 here. You want a rant from the beast? You're going to get a rant from the beast.
Oh yeah.
This is the beast.
What the fuck is he wearing?
76.
His unicorn socks on his helmet.
Damn right, boss.
He's from Nova Scotia.
Damn right, boss.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Back. The beast is fucking back.
I'm glad he learned how to use cuss words.
You damn right.
So you like him though, right? He's got some points.
No.
Why not? You know what?
He's not fatting around. There's a certain jovial level of fatness.
Did you by any chance ever do a show in Nova Scotia and hook up with any ladies there?
You talking to me?
No. I'm talking to Billy the Fridge.
Oh, Billy.
Boy?
Yeah.
Is that my baby boy?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
He's just fatting around, Ben. Give him a break.
Today, like,
I love this. Listen to
like me.
Listen to the absolute shit that comes out of this guy's mouth. It's unbelievable. And everyone was
for the record, I have hooked up in Nova Scotia. Just for
I like he was like, you talking to me?
He might be Paul's son.
Maybe
I might be the mom.
It is on girls. Now, my friend Scott Williams, Scotty, as I call him,
Scott Williams. I call him Scotty. You know, it's a nickname I made up for him.
I don't give a fuck. Kanye sounds like a genius compared to the Beast.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He made a status on Facebook here.
This is so great.
Just want to read it off bit by bit, and I'll give you the best part. You girls want to find a good guy.
First God, listen.
Thing you should do, stop being so goddamn picky. I agree with that. I really do. Now, girls, this status is absolutely correct.
Okay.
You have to stop being so picky.
The worst thing about the Beast is that if there was a girl that talked and looked exactly like the Beast,
he wouldn't go for her at all.
But she would still be out of his league.
I know.
Fucking.
It's funny because he's literally made videos where he's like, lower your standards.
Oh.
Lower your standards. he's a
good life advice no matter what.
I mean, he's a totally unlikable guy.
I love all his Walmart bling.
Right,
He has
right.
the studded
He's a
hat.
totally unlikable guy that has standards way out of his league. Like he wants supermodel girlfriends, but he's telling them to lower their standards about, like the level of attractiveness that they're into.
Stop being picky.
He deserves a hot
Looks are
model
gonna
girlfriend.
Looks are gonna fade away after a while, girls. You need to realize that.
Yeah, but if you don't got looks now at your age, imagine what you're gonna look like in another 20 years.
That's the thing about guys, though, right? Like guys fade into their looks.
Everybody gets ugly eventually, so why not just be with someone who's ugly now?
You get hotter the older you get as a man. It's not fair for women.
I don't know.
That's why the 45-year-old cougars go after the 17-year-old boys.
I don't see any facial hair on this dude. Which
I don't have facial hair.
I
I'm
know
older than him.
You're older than him, and you both don't have facial hair. What does that say?
Some of us just don't have the testosterone levels needed to grow a beard.
Baby fridge.
Is
he the freezer?
No.
And lower your fucking standards. You might find somebody. Sure, they might not be the best looking ones, but hey, looks fade away after a while. Yes, I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. Because
do you think he has like a horse in this fight? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like, I don't know. I feel like this apply. Like, he feels like he's personally affected by that.
The worst thing that ever happened, because for years we've played this guy's videos.
Mm-hmm.
He sent dick pics to somebody, and then fans of the show started sending them to me.
Oh God.
And I was like,
should I send you a dick pic to compare to see if he's really my son? If our penises match up, I could send you one right now.
You got to lower your standards, girls. Stop
Is
being
this like his eHarmony profile?
Yeah.
You got to lower your standards, girls.
He's gonna stick with his angle on the whole deal. He's not gonna try
What year was this?
This is probably like 2014.
You know what? This is my bad. He
your
didn't
son?
have a dad. He didn't have a dad, and this is fatherless America in action. I should have been there for him.
Stop going out with trash guys.
Trash guys.
You may not. If you want a good guy, find the ones that aren't so attractive.
Okay, just because someone's not attractive doesn't mean that they're automatically a good guy.
Yeah, like this
You're
guy.
not a good guy. You're a jerk, man.
Total piece of shit.
I know.
Ugly as fuck. Ugly as fuck. Uglier than sin. Trash human.
Yeah, his position
But
is
he's your son and you love him.
I don't love him. That's why I left him. I
if
don't
you're
wanna take care
good
of little
looking,
brat.
you're a piece of shit. If you're ugly, you're just a good guy.
Give them a chance.
I definitely agree with that statement. I definitely agree with that.
90%.
People don't choose how they look, but they do choose their hats.
Right. Look at that hat.
and his fucking wrist warmers.
Yeah.
Lower your standards.
There it is.
You got to lower your standards, girls. Sure, I may not be the best looking.
I
may not have an IQ that is not
Why do you
considered
let your son make
retarded.
these terrible videos.
Yeah,
Also,
why?
drinks for Ben.
Thank you. And we're closer. Come on, guys. We got $30.
Magic
and
has
we'll watch
asked
this
if his
guy,
Streamlabs
and
weren't
then we'll
going
watch-
through.
What?
Magic has said he didn't see his Streamlabs going through in the chat, so we might actually have a couple of bucks sitting somewhere. Nothing came through?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, $30 more and we see a guy eat a pepper that's going to make him feel like he got pepper sprayed.
A schlapperino pepper.
Hey, he volunteered to do it. I didn't even ask him. So that's what he'll do. But yeah.
What's the beast about to say about himself that makes him worthy to a woman?
I may be a little ugly. Who cares?
A little stupid.
In that case.
Probably smells.
Yeah, I mean, like, girls would still like you if you were nice, but you're not really nice.
Probably has relaxed bowels.
Come on, those tie-dye like glove wristband like combo. I mean, honestly, that immediately makes the guy go from like a -2 to at least a 5. At least a 5.
Is he a Nova Scotia 5?
Oh God.
You know how they rate attractiveness differently depending on where they're from? Because, like...
He's a Manhattan 9/11.
He's a Manhattan negative 5 billion.
I was saying he was a fucking plane wreck.
Oh, okay.
He was a fucking
Too soon.
terrorist act.
Too soon.
But you have to realize that looks really aren't everything.
I know, you're right, but what do you have? What do you have to offer?
When
He's wearing his mom's leg warmers on his arm.
Yep.
Give him a break.
When you have literally nothing, you focus on the one thing that everybody knows you don't have, right? Like, everybody knows Donald Trump doesn't have a slapping fucking dick. They know it looks like fucking...
Yes,
the
he
mushroom
agreed.
head.
He agreed that we'll do it if we reach 200, so...
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, the Beast would have the best chance mating in Kentucky, and he is a Kentucky 0.
Really?
Yeah, he would have the best chance mating in Kentucky because that's where they breed horses.
It's the personality you have to go after, ladies.
I like it how he's saying this like he has a great personality.
Personality. Personality.
And trolls do not say contradict myself.
Like, I don't look good, I'm not smart, I must be a fucking great guy.
Yep.
If you think that, you're dumb. I'm just not a big fan of big women.
Understandable.
What a
And
hypocrite!
You're much better than that.
What a hypocrite.
Wait, I missed that. So he's saying that
Emphasis on
he won't date anyone
Yeah.
that doesn't look a certain way.
Right. That's why I'm okay laughing at him.
Yeah.
Because he's telling other people to lower their standards for attractiveness, but he's not doing it himself. He wants the hottest girls that he knows to go on dates with him and not care that he's not the most attractive guy. And then he pretends to have this amazing personality, which he really doesn't at all. He's actually an asshole, honestly.
I love how everybody in the chat is eat the pepper, bitch.
Oh, there we go.
I love how everybody in the chat is giving the Beast like higher ratings than Kentucky 0. Like, no, he's a Kentucky 2. No, he's a Kentucky 3. No, he's a Kentucky 1. It's so funny. It's cute. Yeah, you gotta eat that pepper, bitch.
Okay, so now I gotta find a way to. I have to bring him on, so everyone has to go.
We're going dark.
Goes bye bye for a moment. What do you mean by going dark? Is that
Going dark.
Is that like a racial reference?
Of course
that you just
not.
made? Oh,
Of course
man,
not.
Billy the Fridge is racist.
You can't do much worse. You can't do much worse than the Beast. You know what, honey? Yeah, you know, you've been with 45 fucking guys. And they were all
right,
trash to
let's
you.
bring 'em in.
But you was never with a Beast before. Let me put this rainbow wristband halfway up your vajayjay. How's that sound, baby? Let me take
All
this
right,
studded, vajazzled hat off and show you my fucking grimy dome. You could rub your fingers through my scrotum hairs. See this peace sign on my necklace?
Necklace.
That doubles as an anus gaper. Let me put that thing right in your butthole. Yeah, that's right, because the Beast, he might not have the looks, but goddamn it if he doesn't have the skills. I'll make you come out of all 7 of your holes. We're talking nostrils pouring semen.
Wow.
That's what the Beast needs to say to get a girl, and it would work 100% of the fucking time. But he's not built like that. If he was a great guy, he would fucking own the fact that he's a lump. A fucking gingerbread man.
All right, so Josh, your camera's not turning on. We want to see you. I'm fixing everybody's cameras here because we have someone who's not using a camera, so I'm not like. Josh, you need to turn your camera on, homie.
It is on.
Okay. Oh, there you are. There you are. All right.
What do you call a
Can't eat the
necklace
pepper
on?
off camera. That's nothing.
What do you call a necklace on somebody with no neck? Can't call it a chinless.
A chinless. Yeah.
Can't call it a chinless because he's not chinless.
He is chinless.
Bullshit. He's got fucking 8 of those things.
Okay.
He looks like the Michelin Man got cast in 8 Mile.
Hey, Michelin, Michigan.
Michelin
8
from
Mile.
Michigan, listening. I'm the new Eminem, but the tire man, cause your rhymes are tired, man. I got an entire plan to give you 3 stars,
you-
Michelin.
can
Me and
you,
the other boys gon' kiss again.
Can you freestyle about Josh eating the ghost pepper and how tomorrow he's going to be like pooping fire out of his ass?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Baby fridge doo doo da doo da doo. Baby fridge doo doo da doo da doo. Baby fridge doo doo da doo da doo. Baby fridge.
Baby fridge, doo doo da doo da doo. Baby fridge, doo doo da doo da doo. That's so stupid.
Da do da. It's catchy. What? Can you have Von Helton sing that hook?
Baby fridge, doo doo da doo da doo. Should never called out the pagans. Should never cursed Donald Trump pagans.
All right. Okay. I almost have it finally set up. Okay.
Everybody says I'm going to be the most fat-hating person when I get skinny. That's assuming I get skinny. All right. Should we put Josh full screen when he eats this?
Yeah, I guess so. Hold on.
And 2, I'm not going to hate fat people because
You
I
will.
know the struggles they
You're
go
gonna be
through.
such a fat hater.
No, because they're already fat and stupid. Like, why hate on them?
Dude, even Pimp Monk does it.
He does.
Yep.
I called Pimp Monk out on a stream the other day. I watched one of his fat hating videos. Because I was watching.
It's your fault if you fat.
I was doing a stream where I was just watching fat people and watching them eat and talk and live. I really am a piece of shit, by the way. Like, I was just sitting here critiquing their everyday breathing patterns and stuff. And then Pimp Monk came in saying,
All right, Josh.
Can't be fat.
Josh, everyone wants to see you eat the pepper. Eat it. And we're going to watch you. You have to stay on camera. And you agreed you're not going to drink milk.
You know, Josh, behind
All right.
you here.
I agreed.
Behind you here.
Have you
there's-
ever eaten one of these before?
Never.
Oh my God, dude. I feel
my
so
God.
bad for you. All right. And there's someone there to help you. Like if you need to go to the hospital
Hold
or
up.
something.
You're not even willing to touch it with your bare hands? And you're going to put it in your mouth?
Okay. Do not wipe
No,
your
the
eyes.
thing is, if you touch it, if you touch it with your hands and then touch your face, it's gonna burn your face.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're going to eat the whole thing right now.
Before you eat it, because you're not going to be able to speak right once you eat it, what does that say on the wall behind you?
Oh yeah, Drunken Peasants patron and Drunken Peasants Streamlabs.
Wow.
Links are there.
That's
It's
awesome.
blurred out because I moved my fucking camera, but
And now he's going to suffer.
And now you can eat the peppers.
Oh my God.
Why that look like a dog dick? That looks like a dog dick right there, dude.
I'm afraid for you. This is going to be terrible.
You're about to eat the hounds
go
of
ahead,
hell's
go
dick
ahead,
right now.
dude. You're going to die.
Why are you so familiar with dog dicks that's immediately what you related that to?
Oh, dude, you never take a dog like through a drive-through where they give out biscuits? Every time we go to a biscuit drive-through, my dog gets a fucking Red Rocket poking.
oh yeah. Also, people watching the show, check out the merch.
yeah. You know what? And I have the best music for you to eat this too.
Hi, welcome to the Cheesecake Factory. How are you guys doing today? The wine and our
Can we get 2 waters, please?
No waters,
First
no
thing
milks.
First, I'm your waitress. I'm smart and got my bachelor's degree.
Oh, don't bite it.
But I'm still a business. Yes, I'm a
my
doctor,
God.
giving lessons in allergenics.
What the
Should
hell?
I know if there's gluten
Could you
in
turn off this
Drop it off
music?
and check back just like this. Slice of
And
Adam,
then you
slice
wanna
of Craig, slice of Chris. Slip resistant doesn't mean
Mean you ain't slip it. What?
Oh my God.
Dude, how much does it hurt? How much does it hurt?
It's burning a bit, kind of like a habanero.
A bit?
I'm thinking it's getting increasingly.
You better
hotter.
eat the rest of that, dude.
Yeah.
Ain't no half peppin'.
Oh God.
You don't have to eat the rest of it. Does he? Should he eat the rest of it?
Imagine when you take a shit.
Oh.
Of course, that's the half that's going to cool him down.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah, that'll make it easier to get through, I think.
What the? Why is he doing this? How is he not crying?
You got to give it a little bit for it to take.
He's
effect
lagging a
sometimes.
little bit.
It's going
Look at his
to definitely
face.
get worse.
Look at his face. How's it feel? Walk us through this.
It's burning.
Okay.
How much for you to huff the bag and then rub it on your eyes?
Don't do it.
I would never fucking do that.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Don't rub it on your eyes. Okay.
You're surprisingly taking this very well.
Oh, dude. Yeah, here come the tears. Yeah.
Okay. For the last 7 days, I've been eating habaneros to keep myself from freaking right out.
He's having trouble talking.
Really bad.
Yeah, he's having trouble talking.
Oh, no.
Are you all right?
Can you breathe?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I can breathe.
Have you guys ever seen a guy die before?
Don't laugh into your hand, because then you're gonna accidentally wipe your eye when you're crying.
Do not. Yeah.
And the breath alone's gonna melt your ocular cavity.
I mean, he should drink milk eventually.
Nah, fuck that. You're vegan now, dude.
No.
I can't drink milk anyway. I'm lactose intolerant.
Thank you. You know what you should do though? You should hire a midget stripper to give you head while your mouth's burning. That shit would be fucking. That would be hot.
I should eat some pussy.
What are you, toxic masculinity incarnate?
I only go down on girls after
Actually,
reading
you should
ghost
not
peppers.
do that.
Yeah.
You should not do that, because that would cause great pain to whoever you do that to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're
what helps is
He's
singing
like,
television
exactly.
theme songs.
Yeah, sing the Green Acres theme song. He's too young. That was before his
Peppers
time.
is the place to be. Okay, sing the Full House
He
song.
can't talk. He can't talk.
Well, you lost out there and you're all alone. Come on, nothing.
How about the Perfect Strangers theme song?
Oh, you're drinking a Red Bull. You're drinking a Red Bull.
Pussy. Pussy. I would have been crying so hard.
Look at him move. Look at him move. I like it. Like, you could see like the waves hitting him. You know? This is great. We'll put him right here.
And I'd still rather be Josh than the Beast.
Yeah. This reminds me of this video. I love this video so much.
Is it the hot girls?
Yeah. yeah, it's great. Yeah, just see, when you told me you were gonna eat a ghost pepper for this shit, I was like, I automatically thought of this. And they look at them. They're trying to look all cute and stuff.
They are all cute and
I
stuff.
know. That's the funny thing.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
Reaper pepper. These are the world's hottest peppers.
Watch how fast they go into it.
They have the dried peppers. You think the dried peppers are hotter?
No.
Oh, God. This is how toxic my masculinity is. When the girls are jumping around, I'm anticipating their boobs falling out. I have a serious problem.
It's not going to happen.
I know. And I still anticipate.
She's poured it on her whole face. She poured it on her entire face.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh.
It's still burning? She's just sitting here drooling.
Lay back.
Holy shit.
Lay back.
She in
You okay?
labor.
That wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, Josh is handling it about as well as the blonde.
Go ahead.
The blonde's holding it together. Like, she's okay.
A little bit.
But this brunette is having, like, an exorcism.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Come inside.
Oh, this is so attractive.
Damn.
This is my fetish.
I didn't think it hurt that bad.
This is not good. This is not fucking good.
You okay?
Nah, you're holding it
You feeling
together
any
better than
better?
her.
They're giving her like oxygen and stuff. Yeah.
White people just have oxygen tanks laying around their house.
It's just funny, like, how she's smiling and her hair looks all nice and she's got makeup done and everything. And by the end, she's got all the makeup, like, running down her face and she's screaming, like,
Do you think
she's being tortured.
Do you think there's ghost pepper porn out there?
Wow.
Do you think
Isn't there, what's that rule?
Rule 34. If,
yeah.
oh, you know what the shitty thing about Rule 34 is? If you can't find it, you have to make it yourself. So
So you have to make it?
I shouldn't have brought it up. Strike that
So,
off of the record.
I want to keep, you know what, Josh, we're going to bring you on the post show. Okay? All right. So I think we're going to end the normal show and let our guests go. The rest of you, if you want to join me and Billy and Josh on the post show, you can do that.
Thank you, Paul and V. You want to give a little shout out to yourselves before we go? Or shout out to anything else?
Go ahead, V.
Yeah, instead of just saying you
not
don't have a
particularly. Thank
you don't
you
have
for having me, though.
You don't have a Twitter or anything.
I mean, sure. If you guys want to follow me, because on the internet it's not considered stalking. It's twitter.com/the SIJW. If you want to look me up on YouTube, it's the Social Injustice Warrior. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you
for coming by.
joining us.
And Paul?
And I'm Paulogia, Paulogia, on YouTube, and Paulogia0 on Facebook and Twitter.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Cool. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank
See
you.
you guys
Good
in the
night.
after show. And if you're not a patron, Friday we're doing a special show.
Yeah, check that out.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.